summer's on, and I've been living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Been waiting all year to be here, to ride the wave of the water frontier. The ocean's warm and the tunes are chill. We'll stand here till we get our fill. We're working hard and we're playing hard too. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Time to go big or go home. And I ain't going home, cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet, and if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Everything we've ever wanted's right here. Don't wanna blink just to fight the fear that our time will pass way too fast, and I'll be dreaming of the beach another year. We're gonna have the time of our lives, days and nights with the sun in our eyes, and the wild tide under bluest skies tearing up the shoreline. Cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet, and if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Gonna ride summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet, and if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day.
Well, that was weird. I guess I'll have to fix that later. Well, that's nothing new. I'll figure out my hotkeys for transitioning into different scenes another time. But hey, everybody, thank you for joining us today for another episode of Sand and Shadow. That's weird. Now my app is wonky. Okay, well, nothing works for me today. But hey, you know what works for me? My players being here. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hola.
Oh. Yeah, according to my app, I am offline on stream, which is weird.
Well, I see you on stream. I'm here
Same.
on your
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
Maybe my app is just bad. I use the app for I use the app for the chat, so that way I don't look like I'm cracking my neck all the time doing this. So, maybe hold on. Let's what if I just reset the app? Oh, would you look at that? Look at you. You're all fixed up and fancy schmancy and I can see everything and hey, we're back at it, guys. Episode 19. And
Wahoo!
Fine.
and to think
Yippee.
we're going right into combat. But before we go into combat, let's go ahead and introduce our wonderful players. And I'm not one to totally buck tradition until it actually happens, which happens often.
I think you have before.
I have
Yeah.
absolutely done it before, but I like to pretend that I'm faultless. So we're going to start with not underscore mafia underscore.
Thank you for correctly pronouncing my name. Yes, I'm not underscore mafia underscore. I'm playing Violet, the undead warlock rogue now. I am finally, hopefully, gonna be able to use my poison, which is the entire thing that I've built my character around.
I apologize because I didn't we talked about it, you know what I mean? And it has been one of those things where I was just like, yeah, there's totally going to be a lot of opportunities to use poison. I unintentionally have sent undead at you, which have either resistance or immunity to poison.
I mean, resistance is fine because I'm able to counter resistance.
Now
but
you are, but it's
Yeah,
the immunity to poison where you're like, well, this is just ridiculous.
yeah.
Following forward, we're going to talk to the wonderful Wailing Frog.
Hello, I'm Wailing Frog. I play Millennia, the Thunderwolf fighter barbarian. Very, very excited. Want to fight big thing.
Thunderwolf is the name of my metal band. You can't take that TM.
It's been so long since I've done combat, actually.
It's okay. We got
Like
time.
even in my other games, as a player character at least, I haven't done combat in a while.
Fun facts. Yesterday, I just got done doing a boss fight with my other group, and oh my god, never in my life have I felt so useless as the healer.
I've had games like that before.
I am in equal parts the healer of the group, but in equal parts I am so useless because most of my spells, like most of my big hitting spells, are concentration spells. And I rely heavily on summoning things so as my main damage dealing. So like when I'm sitting there going, yeah, I can oh man, my big heal requires concentration.
I'm already concentrating on something.
It's like,
Yeah.
what do I do? Like I'm constantly asking my teammates, like, guys, what do you think I should do right now? Who is the most hurt?
Yeah, I'm playing a druid right now, which definitely feels that.
Same. I'm actually also playing a druid, and it is a struggle.
Yeah. Druids are very concentration based.
But they're so fun though.
I haven't played a druid before this character, and it's really great.
I hope you have a lot of fun with them. Moving forward, we have our wonderful newbie Lumi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lumi, and I play Whisper. And I am now becoming a furry, so that's fun.
Squeeze?
Congratulations.
Pourquoi?
Yeah, I made a
Nani?
tiger persona.
All right. I mean, I ain't gonna yuck somebody's yum. You do you, boo. I'm kind of just sitting here flabbergasted. I'm like, how do I transition into this smoothly? I know. Hey, buddy, my friend.
Hey, let's go to the bird character.
Like, what a weird. I love you, but goddamn, what a tangent.
Konnichiwa. Oh my squaba fezofaur. I'm trying so hard to learn. I promise I am. Anyway, what up, everybody? My name is Rune Phantom. I play Squab Featherfowl, Bird Cop, and he has no jokes this week. Just fight. That's all he's got in him.
Fight. And hey, you know what? let's go ahead and get right into that fight. But so I need all of you to roll initiative, as
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going to quickly do the recap, and you guys will roll initiative in the background. Last where we left off, our intrepid investigators went into the Feywild with Dame Ordella, the Knight Commander of the Court of Spring, to bring the Princess Visper back to her home in order to speak on behalf of Abucanasta, or specifically the city of Blasvitan, in order to figure out how to best keep Visper in the fold while also still, maintaining her royal duties. Amidst all of this, you guys traveled through. You traveled through the forested area within the Feywild, and it was late at night when you heard a sound. And then, Scorb, you noticed there was a shadow out in the distance. You called out, but they did not respond. And then, as more and more of the camp began to gather, you start to realize the shadow began to warp and shift into this large, massive creature. Visper, you were frightened as you understand that this creature was the legendary Jabberwocky, a creature that you thought was myth until this very moment. And that is where we are at. So, let's get that initiative going. Okay, let me pull up my notebook.
Oh, we don't have rolls on stream today.
No, I decided that that's a lot. And
Okay.
it was a lot of work for a little reward for me, but hey, guess what I got? I got you guys a picture of the Jabberwocky instead.
Wait,
Dude.
really?
Yo, nice.
Alrighty, so
Okay, but that does mean I need to remember to actually say my rolls out loud, which is fine because I normally do anyway. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I trust
Yeah.
you guys, but we are mostly an audio podcast, so we will have to obviously declare our roles anyways, but this is just so that way it's easier on me, it's easier on stream because I don't have like 50 different windows up.
yep.
Pull up
Good
my-
enough. So
That
I've got an
Jabberwocky's
initiative of
scary.
5.
Jeez.
Woof.
And
Well,
mine is 4.
Mine's is 19.
Jeepers.
I got an 11, and I thought I did bad.
All right, well, here's the thing. I got to roll for the Jabberwocky, the Goblins, and Dame Ordella, so we're already we're going to have a huge combat, so...
Oh yeah,
Dice.
that's definitely
Hopefully
a lot
my
of
rolls
things.
are
Next
good
today.
today.
All right, so let's just get everybody here. So Scorb got 5. That's fine. Scorb is at 5. We got Millennia with 4. My goodness. This is going to be a very interesting combat right now when the two like melee heavy hitters are like, we're going last. I'm like, all right, cool. But you don't know. You never know. You never know. Maybe the Jabberwocky will roll 1. Just let's see.
Hopefully.
Violet with an 11. I love that you guys are scaling up though. Like the further you go,
Right?
and then
Well, that's how these games are supposed to go, isn't it?
Right. Visper with a 19. All right. So then, oh, what the? Oh, one of my pins fell out. I use this for inspiration points. All right, cool. So let's grab these dice. Move other dice. Go dice roll. Well, shit.
Did it get a natural 1?
Pretty damn close. What's the initiative bonus on this guy? Oh god, even with a nat 1, he was still exceeding you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's bad.
This
That
is a
is-
boss monster.
that is scary.
Yeah, even if he rolled a nat 1, he was still exceeding you guys. He wasn't. I will tell you right now, he did not beat Visper in the initiative roll. Okay,
Yippee.
so at least you guys know for a fact he didn't beat Visper in the initiative roll. It's still a hardy roll though, so
Right?
Open to have that plot armor today.
it's okay. You won't die. You're supposed to be, the main character for today, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
For this like mini arc.
Yeah, this entire
Yeah.
what a dick of a DM would I be if I just
Yeah, like,
sat
what-
there.
What do we
And
do if
and I
Visper dies?
die.
Like,
We run.
We go home.
There's
Wait,
going to be a
hap-
war.
So if Visper dies, what happens? Well, an entire court of Fae is going to hunt a Jabberwocky. Is what's going to happen. But
And us, probably.
and you probably for failing. But
yeah, no,
I mean,
De Mordella would have to join our party.
yeah. Oh my goodness. I couldn't give that to
Visper's
you.
new character.
Shut
Sorry,
I-
not Visper. I'm Lumi's new character is Dame Mordella.
Yeah.
I couldn't give her that. She's too complicated for a new player. I designed her specifically with a DM's mindset. Oh my goodness. Well, at least on the upside, Dame Mordella will go after Visper. She rolled high enough to at least achieve that. Unless I'm misreading. No, correction. No, I'm right. Dame Mordella will go after Visper. Oh my god, what an amazing situation to find ourselves in. And then the goblins all rolled. Actually, the goblins rolled pretty well.
Yay!
All right, now I gotta pull up. Okay, so there's Tom, there's Frank, there's.
Do they each have their own distinct stat block?
They have the same stat block, but they're different people, and they have slightly different gear.
Oh,
So there's Tom, there's Frank, there's John, and then there's Peter.
How many of them are there?
4.
4.
You have 4 goblin
All right.
companions.
They're kind of
you're
meat.
happy.
They're kind of just meat shields at this
Yeah,
point.
I hope you should be proud that I at least took the opportunity to name all of them. They have generic names, but
They're
they,
named. We
They're
have to
named.
keep them safe.
Yeah, but they are named, which makes them highly more important than the average goblin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that how Fae works? Do Fae with names have more importance than Fae without names?
Will not confirm nor deny anything.
Wait, there's ones without
How
names?
the Fae work, but it's certainly how the players work.
It is certainly how player dichotomy works. Yes. Wow. Okay. Go
Oh, no.
pop off, Peter. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So the order will be Visper into Dame Mordella. I'm going to lose my character. Visper into Dame Mordella into Peter. Peter goes to Frank. Frank goes to Violet. As soon as I can spell Violet. Violet goes to Tom.
Her name isn't that difficult to spell.
Oh no, it's not. It's just that so the problem is my brain forgets there's the O after the I. So because as
I-O.
yeah, Violet.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see how I can. Yeah. Anyways, so I want you to point out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 party members will go. Then the Jabberwocky. And then from the Jabberwocky, then it will be John the Goblin, then Squarb, then Millennium.
Imagine we what is it? Beat the Jabberwocky in one fell swoop.
That
That'd be
won't be
pretty-
possible, but it would be cool.
It would be cool, and I'm kind of hoping you don't just ruffle stomp it, because I forgot to account for the NPCs that I brought. So yeah, Visper, the combat starts with you. What do you got? I do
goodness.
want to remind you are under the fear condition, so you can't willingly move closer to the Jabberwocky. But also, I need you to roll me, just ever so quickly. Let me pull up the creature.
Mhm.
I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Alright. I got a 14.
Not bad.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll me a d4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And just tell me if you get a 1 or a 2.
Alright. I got
no.
a 2.
No.
Wait, is that bad?
That is bad, actually, yes.
No!
Visper, as the Jabberwocky comes into full view, standing close within 30 feet of you, your fear stuns you, and you just hear this weird cacophonous sound exiting from the maw of the Jabberwocky. This and this confusing burble prevents you from taking any actions this turn,
Gosh darn it.
which means it
I'm
is
like a scared
Dame,
little kitten.
which is now Dame Ordella's turn. Dame Ordella is also going to have to roll a charisma saving throw. She rolled a 7. God damn it. She rolled a 7
gosh.
plus her 6, which is not enough to beat the confusing warble. Now I got to roll a d4 to see if she can act on this turn.
Please.
She got a 2. So regretfully,
Oh.
she also
Ah.
is under the effects of the confusing burble, but she did draw her weapon. But she is just, there's some sort of weird something going on with the sound that's coming off of this the Jabberwocky that's preventing them from moving. Moving on, we'll go to Peter. Peter, oh my god, Peter, come on, you got this, buddy. Wow, actually, Peter succeeds.
Let's go.
Peter breaks through the confusing burble. Who knew that having a +4 charisma would help?
That's a very charismatic goblin.
Yes, this goblin immediately. So Peter immediately interposes between Visper and the Jabberwocky. He takes his rapier and his buckler, and he raises the buckler up, and then he just has his rapier almost like a Spartan with a shield wall, except he's using a rapier in place of a spear.
What a man!
And he's going to take the dodge action, so that way, if need be, he'll take disadvantage against attacks against the Jabberwocky. Frank, let's see if Frank will succeed. Frank does not succeed, so he will also have to roll on the d4. Oh no, he rolled a 1. That is also going to be Frank cannot do anything due to the weird noise emitted by the Jabberwocky. Wow, okay, so this is going down the list pretty fast. Violet, it's your go. Please roll a... I'm just going to tell you the DC. Please roll a DC 18 charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
I will be fair.
Easy.
I'll just tell you the DC.
23.
23. You... This
I'm proficient
weird...
in charisma saving.
There you
throws.
go. So, yeah, so this weird, like... sound just doesn't bother you. You're like, okay, well, I've heard weirder in the city streets. So, moving on. You may perform your full turn.
My full entire turn. Wahoo. So it like so I guess I will first of all bonus action Form of Dread here to give me my my 15 temp HP.
Ooh!
Uh
Oh, dear.
I am now tanky.
Tank lock.
Yes, the tank lock is coming in. No one else is nearby it for me to get a flank on it yet, right?
Regretfully, no. Yes. Now, just to remind me, your Form of Dread activates the fear effect on a hit, correct?
On hit, they make a Wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC, and on fail, they're frightened until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Just want to make sure I got that right.
And I am immune to frighten. So
good to note.
yes, very helpful. I cannot do poison just yet. If I Form of Dread, so I'm just gonna hit.
Okay, go for it. So you run up to it and you're just gonna smack it. Go ahead and roll
12
to
does
hit.
not sound like it's gonna hit.
What are you using to hit?
My longsword.
Your longsword. What's it called? The summoned longsword.
Yes, the certain death
Got you.
sword.
So your sword reaches out and you swing, but the almost like chitinous nature of these scales on the Jabberwock deflects the blade as you swing against it.
All right. I guess to end my turn, I'm gonna go around to try and like flank it. Like if it's facing like the most amount of people, I want to get to its back.
It is facing the entire camp, so yeah, if you want to like whip around it, you most certainly can.
Yeah, I want to try and get around to its back.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I guess that's the end of my first turn.
Alrighty.
I'm not super helpful until everybody's here, so me going first is not actually beneficial.
Okay, let's
We'll
see.
get there.
Tom,
Yeah.
come on, Tom the Goblin. is not going to succeed on his charisma saving throw. We're going to roll that
No.
D4.
Master
Oh wait,
Tom-
this is good that we're going behind the Jabberwocky because he'll stop warbling.
Actually,
Yeah.
the effect of the warble affects all creatures within 30 feet of it, regardless of what order
Oh.
they're in.
Boo.
Sadly, yeah, I want to be fair with you. That is the thing that's happening. Sadly, Tom is also paralyzed by the burbling, so he cannot move this turn. Which moves on to the Jabberwocky. The Jabberwocky sees everything in front of it, and it's going to. You see these large orb-like eyes begin to radiate with this sort of luminescent energy, and
Oh hell!
everyone who isn't Violet needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I can see this, right?
Oh,
Yes.
No.
Okay, I get
Oh, good.
advantage. Hooray!
I rolled
Oh,
20.
No.
That
Please be good.
succeeds. 20 will
Please,
succeed.
I want the plot armor, please.
16.
16 does not succeed.
I got
Uh,
a 10.
10 does not succeed.
Uh,
That is going to. Oh my goodness! That
Oh,
Gonna
is.
see that table real soon.
oh no.
Somebody got a crit success.
Oh, nice.
Somebody succeeds on just the flat. Somebody succeeds because they rolled so high. This person, what is their dexterity saving? Let me pull up the sheet. Success! And this guy fails. Alrighty, so we have the following. So the following succeed. Damordella crit succeeds. Followed by Peter, Frank, and Tom. John, being the only other person there, did not succeed. And
Oh.
then the other two who did not succeed were Millennia and Visper. So, so this is a 120-foot long, 5-foot wide line of fire from its eyes.
I see.
Each creature in the line will be taking 7d8 fire damage.
I
Yikes!
see.
But on a success, you take half the damage.
Oh, Visper. Oh no.
Okay, well,
Sure,
here's-
I'm
okay,
glad I went behind it.
Okay, so
Damn.
I'll be honest with you right now. The first half of the roll, I rolled pretty low.
Okay.
So nothing to be too shocked about. It's only 15 points of fire damage for the first half.
Okay.
15 plus. Ouch.
Oh, no.
15. That's 25. That's 26 divided by half is 13 fire damage if you succeeded. 26 if you didn't.
Is that how much damage I'll take? 26?
Yes, you'll be
Yep.
taking 26 fire damage.
I'm basically dead at this point.
Average sorcerer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Average full caster, honestly. Like,
Average
So you said
caster,
26,
just-
right?
26 fire damage. Yes.
So would I just put that underneath damage?
Yeah, that would be
gives
that would just be it would be the damage you took. Yeah.
I only got 5 hit points.
Oh.
This is
Um,
not fun.
It ate right through my temp, and I took 4 points of damage after that.
Moving on to
I'm
John.
basically dead. I'm a goner.
Now, so that's the only attack it can do this turn. That took its entire turn. So it's going to be John's turn. John, please. No. All right, John, roll that d4, buddy. Come on, gotta get higher than a 2. Not on 2. Come on, man. Okay, John the Goblin is also poised to take an action when the burbling stops. Scorb, you're up with Millennia on deck.
All right, so I got to do a charisma saving throw first.
You do, yes.
Okay. Ah, damn it! That's a total of 16.
Alrighty,
Alright,
so that's just
I'll
not
do four,
enough. So
hang
go ahead and roll a d4 for me. Got to get higher than a 2.
That's a 3.
3. Okay, so on a 3, the creature you can. Okay, so this is interesting. So the confusing burble has 4 effects depending on what it is. I only specified 1 or 2 because they do the same thing,
Mhm.
which is the creature does nothing. On a 3, you can do nothing except use all of your movement to move in a random direction.
Oh.
That is.
Now I'm going to
Pretty
rework this because we're using theater of the mind. It's a little tricky to do something like a random movement. So here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to let you roll a d20. If you roll an 11 or higher, I'm just going to give you your turn.
Okay, 1 second then.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a little tricky with theater of the mind without a tactile map.
13.
You get your full turn.
Perfect. Well, how far away from me is the Jabberwocky?
He's 30 feet exactly.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and take the dash action to rush myself right to it.
Okay. So
Okay.
you just burn
Oh.
your whole movement. I assume you're in flight?
I mean, does it matter?
Depends on how you want to. It mostly just depends on how you want to like see it, like visually speaking.
Oh, no. Squarb is throwing himself directly at the Jabberwocky.
Oh, you're just full body going. Okay, go
yeah,
for it, man.
full
You're
bore.
charging.
So I go ahead and initiate my charger feat since I'm moving at least 10 feet in a straight line before using this bonus action. I gain a +5 on my next attack if it hits.
Alrighty, go ahead to see if you
So-
hit.
We're going to go ahead and take the attack action with lock. And since Violet's behind, are we flanking?
Yes, I will give you flanking.
Okay, so that gives me advantage on the roll, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be a 20 to hit.
That's going to hit. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go ahead and just roll damage real quick. And that is going to be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
4 on dice +5 from the charger. And then I'm going to apply lockdown mark
Okay.
to the Jabberwocky. It must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. So let me see here. That's a nat 1. That's a fail.
Ooh.
Cool.
That's a
All
one
right.
mark.
So, on a failed save, the creature is restrained and must make another Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turns. If it successfully saves against the effect 3 times, the effect ends and the mark is removed.
Okay.
However, each successful attack with lock against the marked target forces it to roll another, and if it fails 3 times, it's paralyzed for an hour.
Yeah, I made that great.
That is crazy powerful.
But you see,
So,
the trick
for
is they
now,
got to
the
do it 3
Jabberwocky is
times.
immobilized.
Yeah, for now, the Jabberwocky can't move any further.
And that's really what I wanted. You're
Yeah.
not getting past me.
Yeah. And just
As a matter
like
of fact,
that,
Squarb shouts that in its face as he lands the strike. You will not get any further.
fair enough.
You
Squib, would
shall
you like
not
to do anything else
pass.
on your turn?
Sorry.
Technically, I get a second attack, actually.
Yes, you do. You're past level 5
I
as
have
a
been
fighter.
attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so hang on 1 second while I roll another attack.
You still have flanking, don't forget.
And that is 17 to hit.
As you swing the sword against the now immobilized creature, your sword just does not find purchase as it just clanks off one of the scales.
That's fine. We'll try again. Next.
Millennia, you're up with Visper on deck.
Charisma saving throw, right?
Yep. So I gotta get a 30 save.
Plus 0 save. Let's go.
Let's go! You just gotta get an 18!
Nope, I got a 16.
Okay, roll a d4. Let's see if you get higher than a 2.
I got a 3.
Got a 3? Okay, so go ahead and roll me a d20. If you get higher than a 10, then you get your whole turn. Otherwise, you just don't move.
Woo.
Or at least I'll allow you to move into position. That's a...
I got a nat 20.
Yeah, you get your full turn.
Dang!
Go for it. Wow. I'm just going to... Do.
Do 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 do.
So what is Millennia going to do?
She is going to charge in following Scorb. As soon as she's within melee range, she's going to rage.
Okay, perfect. So bonus action to rage, so you have resistance
Yep.
on all melee damage, effectively.
Yep. Plus 2 damage to strength weapons. Also, they need to make a dex save for the lightning lash.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Hold on.
DC is 15, I believe. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
15.
Oh, okay. No, it's failing. He rolled a 3. That's not including his
All right.
modifier.
That's a free d6 damage, which is
Darn.
2. And then I'm going to attack.
All right, go ahead and swing.
Actions. That's a nat 20.
No
Motherfucker.
fucking shot.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
With the crunchy crits too.
Okay, so that's
Ugh.
max 10 damage, and we're just gonna take the first roll for first number from this because D&D Beyond doesn't cooperate.
Yeah.
So 7 plus 6 is
13.
yeah.
Numbers.
13 plus
Math.
10 is 23,
Okay.
and then I do an additional 2d6 lightning damage.
Yup.
Okay.
That's another 7 damage.
Okay, so what's the total we're looking at?
That's 30 damage total.
30 damage.
And that's just off the first attack.
And then I'm going to action surge because I don't have my second attack yet.
Oh right.
And I'm going to use the weapon's ability.
Fuck.
Oh,
All right,
shoot,
go
what-
for it.
So I have to read this. As an action, I can unleash a 30-foot cone of destructive energy from the weapon. Can I say like I stabbed into it and then?
So I will tell you
Ooh.
this much: it is a huge creature, so it takes up a 3x3 space.
Okay, perfect.
so as long as you just arc it up, you're going to hit the entirety of the Jabberwocky without hurting your friends.
Perfect. They need to make a DC 16 Dex save.
I'm having bad. I might need to jail this Taya here in a minute if this fails me. What was it? A DC what?
16.
It just matches.
Okay, it still takes half
Okay.
of 8d6.
My goodness.
I'm mad.
the raw numbers. When you guys
God,
return,
that noise. So it takes 15 damage. I rolled 30.
okay, so an additional 15 damage. So what is the total damage? Is that 45?
45, yep.
And then Scorb, can you please tell me the amount of damage you dealt last turn?
Shoot, I did not keep track. 1 second.
Let's
So
check the
that
check the
was-
roller here. You dealt,
Let's see.
I think it was 9 plus the lockdown, and then you whiffed your second attack.
Yeah, so it was that's correct. By the way, I forgot to get the charges for the damage I took on Key. Key has 2 charges.
Oh, thank you. Alrighty.
Oh, that's an additional plus 2 damage. Sorry, I forgot about the rage damage.
Oh, thank you. So I'll just add an
So
additional plus 2
47 damage total.
My
Every hit point counts.
my
does.
goodness. Okay, so with the sheer amount of damage you guys do, and Millennia, is at the end of your turn?
Yep, that's the end.
Okay, so it's going to use one of its legendary actions. It's going to spend 2 of its actions to do a rend attack against you specifically.
Good.
Hang on, just 1 second. I have a thing for this.
Do you?
So, hang on, I just need to read my thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction to take another attack against the Jabberwocky because
Oh?
I've got Sentinel.
I believe Sentinel prevent. Wait, can you use your reaction when they're not moving for Sentinel?
Sentinel says when a creature within 5 feet within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature.
Absolutely,
It's
then go for
interception
it.
Yeah, interception requires them to move.
Got you. Okay.
Oh, hang on.
I know.
When
I know.
you-
Sentinel can also like prevent them from moving if they try
Oh,
to
no, hang on.
move.
There's 2 things here. One of them demands that the damage be dealt first. So
Mhm.
first off, we're going to go ahead and do the Sentinel attack,
Okay, go ahead.
which does not hit.
Sadly,
That's okay.
yeah.
But
But you
We'll
saw
see
the
how mu-
opportunity.
yeah. No, I remembered my character mechanics this time.
Congratulations. It's always incredibly difficult.
All right. The Jabberwocky can go ahead and continue its attack.
Okay, so it is going to go ahead and do a rend attack against Millennia. Millennia, what is your armor class again?
It is 16.
16. That is a nat 20.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using interception here for you.
Okay, cool. So good on you. Okay, so this is going to be a D10 plus plus its strength modifier. And oh no, nope. I'm sorry, I misread that. That was the tail attack. It is going to be 3d10.
Ooh.
It's going...
Damage will be reduced by 7 points.
Thank you. Damn. I rolled shitty. So you take. You also have resistance to slashing. So what is that?
Yep.
That is minus. So you said -7, right, from your interception? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
basically what happens is as it brings its horrific paws down upon Millennia, Squarb just kind of jumps in with key just held up high, and some of the damage gets through as Squarb gets battered out of the way, but Squarb's like, you're just not dealing some of it.
okay, cool. So so that's going to be. Let me see if I'm doing the math right. So that's 8 plus 12. So it's 8, 12. That's 15 minus 7 is 8 divided by. You take 4 slashing damage after all calculations.
On a crit.
Yeah, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. On a crit, you take 8 slashing damage.
Oh wait, shit, I can't do both. I only get 1 reaction attack.
Oh.
My bad. So I'll keep the I'll drop the sentinel attack and keep the interception, I think.
Okay, cool. That'll be fine. We can swap that out because that one works. So yeah, you will take 8 slashing damage after all calculations.
All right, I'm at 52 HP. I'm still not.
You still, yeah, but you feel your blood pumping though. You're just like,
Yep.
this is what this is what I was hoping for. Millennia, is that everything you are going to do this turn?
Yep.
Alrighty, back up top, we have Visper. Please go ahead and roll me another charisma saving throw.
I have a question real quick before that.
I will provide an answer as best I can.
Can I use magical guidance?
Read it out for me.
Okay, magical guidance. When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend one sorcery point to re-roll the d20, and you must use the new roll, potentially turning a failure into a success.
Yeah, absolutely, you can do that.
Alright, so I would like to use magical guidance.
Okay. Where did you get that? Is that a class feature?
Yeah, that's a sorcerer feature.
Dude, she has
Or
like
wild
4.
magic.
She has like 4 ways to bend luck. Like, do you realize what I like? She literally has bend luck, magical guidance. What is it? She has tides of chaos. If she fails a saving throw, it's on her. Like, all I'm saying is she's got 3 ways to prevent this fail.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah.
That's
Use your
insane.
abilities, please. It's very helpful.
Like,
So don't use.
Like, you literally just manipulate the fate. Go for it.
So don't
Okay.
use the sorcery point yet. See what you roll the first time.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you said to roll a what?
Roll a DC 18 charisma saving throw.
So, charisma saving throw?
Yes.
Alright.
Mhm.
I got a 16.
Now it would be the time for you to use whatever chagrinery you want to use.
Ability.
Wait, what does
So-
that mean again?
So,
Sorry.
So-
you have various ways to bend luck. One of them, I'm pretty sure one of them you can add on to that, which is probably more helpful than just re-rolling, because 16's pretty good, but it might not be enough. So I'm pretty sure there's one where you can add a d4 to a roll. I want to say that's bend luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can spend 2 sorcery points to add a d4 to apply to the bonus.
I'll use Benlock.
Okay. So you
Good
need to
idea.
roll it. So you need to roll a 2 or higher to succeed because it's DC is 18.
So it's at a DC 4, right?
Yes, you just roll a
Alright.
d4, and you need you
Mhm.
need at least a 2 or higher.
50-50 shot.
Yeah.
Please be good. I want that plot armor. Let's see. Please be good. I got a 2.
That's perfect. That's
Perfect.
exactly
That's
what you
good.
need.
It was actually
Yippee!
75%.
Yeah.
Whoops,
she's a
I did my math
75%
wrong.
chance, but you know what? We're here for it. So no matter what. So Visper, you have your full turn after the burbling. You're just like, nah, nope. Go ahead and also roll for me a DC 10 wisdom saving throw to break free from your fear.
Okay, wisdom saving throw? Alright.
Yeah, you just gotta roll. You just gotta get a 10 or higher.
Crap.
Hmm.
I got a 7.
Okay, so you can't willingly move closer to the Jabberwocky, not like you want to, but you're still frightened of it, but that's all it is. You can't willingly move closer to the Jabberwocky. But hey, you're a blaster, this is what you're built for. So you still have your full turn. You can move, you can blast, I don't know. You also have a goblin defending you.
Alright. Let's see. Let's see. I'm still trying to get like the hang of actually like using other stuff for
It takes
combat.
a bit.
So
I don't blame you. It takes a while.
yeah, so I'm trying to look and see all the stuff that I can use. Okay, I think for this turn I will use. Let's see. I'm trying to see which one's the best. Because I am mad.
Get it. High risk, high reward.
Yeah.
The combat.
I'm like
That is
going
this
back
whole
and
combat.
forth between most minute meteors and Witch Bolt. I'm like going back between those two.
Whichever one you think is going to deal, whichever one you think is best for you.
Keep in mind that for now it's immobilized, so if you have something that'll apply continuous damage to it, if it stays in its space, that would probably like do a ton of damage over time.
Yeah.
Alright.
Which sucks, because that's literally what I was going to do next turn. I was going to move through you guys and just... Good shit on that hit, Squarb. Good shit.
Right? Yeah, no, and the thing that I'm really excited about is if it doesn't manage to shake it, I can give it disadvantage should I manage to hit the next attack on these Constitution saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might go with most minute meteors.
All right. So, Melf's Minute Meteors. So you summon, what is it, 4, 6 of these things?
6, I believe.
Yeah, I create 6.
Oh, God. Okay, cool.
Oh no, it's not going to shake it this turn. It has to succeed 3 times to shake it. Oh no.
Yeah, I made this thing tough.
Oof.
Okay, so you cast it as an action, and then as part of your bonus action, you could just launch 1 or 2 of these things at this thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. All right, go for it if you want, man. More power to you. I love this. So Visper,
Most minute meteors is so cool.
it's
I
such
love
It
it.
really
a cool
is.
concept of a spell. So you see Visper finally shake free from the burbling created by the Jabberwock, and then you see her eyes begin to glow with this chaos energy, and through this bending of like the world around her, she creates these small little orbs that begin to like become swirling meteors that orbit around her, sort of almost creating a crown of meteors.
She has to do a wild magic surge, doesn't she? Or
She
roll.
she will have to roll. You need to beat a 11.
Oh god.
So
I
will
really
I
hope she doesn't this time.
Yeah, so
Well,
roll a d20.
I don't think it
Visper.
hasn't happened once this campaign.
It
right?
hasn't happened.
It happened
this
once.
Campaign.
I want it to happen now.
Yeah. So
that
Visper,
would be cool.
roll a d20. If you roll a 12 or higher, your wild magic does not pop off.
Alright.
Which means I'm gonna have to pull up the chart because we're getting beyond the part of 50-50 right now.
D20 correct?
Yeah, just
Yep.
roll a d20.
Please be less than 12. Please.
No, no,
It is.
I got a 10.
Okay, so wild magic pops off. I need you to roll me a 100,
Oh
I'm
god.
so excited. I'm so excited.
Alright.
which means I gotta reset the timer.
I love wild magic so much.
I got an 18.
18. Okay. As she summons this crown of floating meteorites, Visper starts to grow a long beard made of feathers. She looks like a feathered fowl of a beard.
Hey, that's my name.
Yeah. She just
They can
has
match.
she just has a beard of gossamer feathers. That remains until you sneeze.
I see.
But otherwise your spell stays.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness, that is funny. So yeah, you just now see a feather bearded Visper. Visper, what would you like to do? You still have a bonus action, move action?
Oh, I never actually like
You never
rolled
d-
most of my.
Yeah, you never declared if you were
Mine-
gonna throw some meteors at this thing.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Do it. Oh, what's that voice in my head? What are you saying? Do it. Okay, so this just happens if I recall correctly. It's just part of the effect.
So I'm gonna throw some meteors.
Each creature within 5 feet at the point at which the meteor explodes. Okay, so I will say because it's a huge creature, you can throw these things at without hitting your friends. How many are you throwing? One or two?
Yippee. I'm probably going to throw 2.
Two? Okay, roll 46.
So I will roll that 4 times.
So you can just so you're going to take that 2d6 right there, and you're just gonna click it twice, from how I understand it.
All right.
Yeah, because it's you can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points you choose within 120 feet of you, which you're just aiming at the Jabberwocky. Once a meteor reaches its destination or impacts against a solid surface, the meteor explodes. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much as one. So I'm going to say, since you're throwing 2 meteors, it's 46. So just hit the 2d6 button twice.
All right.
And what's the spell save DC I have to beat?
I got 9.
9 fire damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what is your spell save DC? Because it says I have to make a dexterity saving throw.
It says it's Dex 14.
14? Okay, so let me see if I got here. Okay, so that's... I'm just going to take that 9 fire damage.
That was 1 cast, so click the 2d6 again.
And that was 1?
Yeah, you got to hit it
Yeah.
twice because you're doing 4d6 fire damage, 1 for each meteor.
Yep.
That's 9 plus...
All right, let's see.
Hey, not bad. 14 damage.
14 damage? Alrighty. Like total?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, 14 damage. Wow. So, Visper, not noticing you have a beard now, you just you just like spin your fingers around, sort of like you're doing a loop-de-loop, and then you just point at the Jabberwocky, and 2 of these minor meteors just and just kind of slam into the sides of the Jabberwocky before they explode. None of them hurting your friends in the process.
Yippee.
All right, Dame
Yippo.
Ordella. Let's see if she can succeed. And she does with an 18 on the die. Alrighty, so gotta pull up Dame Ordella's sheet. Okay, so she's going to break free from the burble. She is going to say something in Elvish, almost like a song, and you see her like this magical veil wrap around her. And then she's going to take her... Let me see here. Where is it? Ah, there it is. She's then going to say another spell, and then you would recognize this spell, Millennia. She is casting Steelwind Strike.
Yeah!
And she
Get it.
is going to... Get it! Get it!
I'm
Get this one, do it!
Man, I know what it does.
And she is going to lunge forward with her spear that she summoned in the previous session. Oh fuck! I forgot to figure out what Snapdragon she had. Let me see here. So I need to roll a... Where is it? D6. Okay, let me see what color Snapdragon she's got on her spear. Ooh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, howdy. Cool, 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 cool. It is a white Snapdragon. That's sick. So she lunges forward and she is going to roll to see if she hits. 14 plus 8 will definitely hit. She's going to go ahead and then she's going to deal. Let me see here. What is the damage of the Snapdragon Spear? It's going to be 3d6. 1 for the spear, and then the other 2 because it's dealing an additional radiant damage. That fell out of the die. That's still falling off. Come on. And I still rolled high! Okay, I really need to learn to stop killing my own monsters. Okay, so that is... So it's 12 plus... Okay, cool. She lunges forward and she deals 18 points in total of damage as she lunges forward, stabs into the side of the Jabberwocky, and then you notice that a radiant light emanates from the dangling Snapdragon flowers off the tip of her spear, and it just ruptures into the wound that she left. And then that is going to be her turn. Which
Woo!
means it goes to Peter, the goblin that is protecting you, Visper. He is going to take his action, and he's going to be like, "Princess, are you okay?"
Yes, kinda.
"You sure? You look a little scorched." "Wait, is that a new beard?"
Wait, I have a beard?
Here, take this. You might, maybe it'll fix the beard. And he hands you a potion of healing.
It's a good goblin.
Thank you.
So he's going to go ahead and heal. I forget how much a potion of healing heals for. It's been a while. It's like 2d4.
1d4 something, 2d4.
Yeah, I think it's like 2d4 or something like that. I don't know. Hold on. Let's find out together. Potion of healing. It's been a long time since I've used one of those. Okay, a potion of healing heals for 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So yeah, you can go ahead and heal 2d4 plus 2 hit points, Visper.
So how would I do that?
Roll. So go to the bottom left-hand corner of your character sheet. Look for the d4. Hit 2. Hit that button twice. Click roll. Then go ahead and add plus 2 to that.
All right. I got a 5.
5 plus 2 is 7. So heal 7 hit points.
Yay!
There you go.
12.
I forgot to
So I'm
roll
not
for...
on the brink of death.
You know, I forgot to roll for Frank. I forgot to roll for Peter to do the burble, but I mean, he already did his action. I'm just going to say he succeeds for the point of story.
Good enough.
I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna make you retroactively take back 7 hit points. That seems cruel and unusual given the circumstances. But I will make my other goblin Frank roll. He got a nat 20.
God damn, Frank, what a man!
What an absolute unit. Frank is going to Frank is going to rush over, and he's also going to add to the buckler shield goblin wall in front of Visper. And he's going to be like, "With 2 of us, there's no way I can hit her, right?"
Amazing.
Also, Peter succeeded the first time, so
Yeah, also Peter succeeded the
Yeah.
first time, so it works out no matter what. Yeah, alrighty. So then, yeah, Frank is also going to take the defense action or the dodge action, so that way he can provide cover. At this point, Visper, you were considered to have, with both goblins in the way, I will say you were considered to have 3/4 cover, which means you should have, I believe it's a +2 to your armor class.
I think that's right, yeah.
So how would I do that?
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it. Just,
about it for right now.
just for now, just know you're harder to hit.
Yeah.
You just,
I'd notice some
Alright.
space, but you don't have to add it to your AC.
yeah,
I'm gonna put it on my notes.
yeah. Just know that the goblins are providing you +2 to your armor class, which is great. Violet, it's your turn.
Great. All right. So we have people flanking now, right?
Correct.
Yup.
But you are closer to the thing, and you are still within its burbling because nobody's shut it up yet. Go ahead
So-
and roll a DC 18 Charisma saving throw.
Same
It's
thing,
perfect.
23.
Give Squarb just a minute. He'll paralyze it.
You know what? That's fair. That's valid. Okay, so you're flanking. It's restrained. You already have advantage on attack rolls, so even without the flank, because it's restrained, you're getting your sneak attack in.
Great. So bonus action, I apply my poison.
Go for it.
And let's roll to hit for a nat 20. Nope, that is a 4. Except it's an advantage hit, so I actually got a 3.
Oh no. I
Uh,
like the confidence.
So the 10.
so a 9. Yeah, 10. Yeah,
Okay, so
10.
it's a 10
to
because it's
hit.
with advantage. Okay. Once more, even with the coated poison, you're just like, where the you kind of clink up against it. You were trying to go underneath one of the scales, but then you found another scale.
There's so many of them.
There are.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn, Violet?
There's not really anything else I can do on my turn.
I apologize. All right, Tom the Goblin, let's go. 3 for
Boggarts.
3. 17 plus his charisma modifier. Let's go. Tom is also going to. We're going to create basically a fort of goblins right now.
Nice.
Just
So,
stack them like cards.
I mean, effectively, yeah. So, literally, Frank hops onto Peter's shoulders and he raises his own shield, and then he's just like, "All right, just stay behind us, princess. We got this."
I'm just picturing like a stack of goblins going, "Hey, oh, let's go."
They're basically
Home team
forming.
here. We've got to roll.
Yeah, they're basically forming a goblin pyramid wall. Yes.
Yeah. Just shaking their bucklers like pom poms.
Yeah, so that'll be Tom's turn, which means it is the Jabberwocky's turn. I should be using its actions more, but he only had one legendary action left, so we're going to move in, and let's see here. So first off, I got to do this.
Roll
Um,
low, please.
So you notice immediately as the Jabberwocky begins to stir, some of the wounds that you guys have dealt begin to slowly heal over.
Mm.
And then what is it that you needed me to do again, Squirb, on the Jabberwocky's turn?
At the end of its turn, it has to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I am going to have the Jabber, because it's still just restrained, so it can still move. The Jabberwocky is going to attempt. It's going to attempt to do rend attacks against the thing that has been hurting it the most, which was still Millennia. So,
Aye.
but it has disadvantage on the attack rolls because it is restrained. Millennia, what is your armor class again?
16.
16. Okay, so it fails the first attack. It has multi-attack. It's going to attempt to attack you again,
Hit me.
and that is still a fail.
Aw.
I'm gonna roll its recharge ability real fast, and that is not going to get recharged. All right, cool. I'm glad to know that the one thing that it was able to do was hit a bunch of people one time.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my sentinel attack.
Go for it.
Okay, and still flanking, so we'll do that.
Well, you have advantage because it's restrained also, but the flanking bonus is just.
That is 23. Since this is an attack action, I'm nudging Key to expend a charge to give the Jabberwocky disadvantage on the lockdown effect.
Okay, so wonderful. And so, yeah, but you do succeed. You do succeed on a 23 to hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see. That'll be... Come on, give me this. That is going to be 6 damage,
Okay. Whoops.
and then it will acquire a second lockdown mark.
Alrighty.
Oh, it must roll a another Constitution saving throw, by the way.
Okay, what's the DC in that?
DC is 15.
And it has disadvantage, correct?
Yes, it currently has disadvantage.
Okay, well, it rolled a nat 1. I'm going to burn one of its legendary resistances to succeed.
Okay.
So yeah, so you
Oh,
notice that
Oh
it
shit! It has legendary actions.
Yep.
Yes.
It's immune to this effect. Never mind. It's immune to lockdown.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
Yeah, a creature is immune to this effect if it's immune to the damage to the damage of the weapon's type, does not have a body made of flesh, or has legendary actions.
Oh.
I apologize. I forgot about that.
No, I did too. That's on me. So no, it does not have lockdown. I'm gonna go ahead and instead leave the charge on key. I'll still deal the damage.
Yeah, absolutely. The damage will stay. All the damage you've dealt will stay.
Okay. Yeah.
But you
So,
guys
no,
still have
it's not
flanking,
restrained.
so don't even worry about it. You guys are still in. You guys still have advantage. It's just it can now do more stuff now.
Yeah. My apologies. I should have read my item description more thoroughly.
It's okay. I put it at the bottom, so that's also on me. Okay, John. John, come on, man. Be the fourth goblin on the wall. That is a nat 20 for the goblin, man. Dude, my goblins are forming the
Yay.
shield wall from hell.
Ooh.
So John rushes over. John rushes over, and what he actually does is that he gives Visper, he goes, place this on your body, and he just like slaps your thigh with a sticker. And then he climbs up, and Visper, I need you to roll 2d8 plus 4 healing.
So I'll roll just 2d8s.
Yep, just add 2d8s and then add 4 at the total.
They have healing stickers.
They have healing stickers, yes.
It's great.
I got an 8.
Total?
You said to add a 4 to the one that I roll.
Yeah,
But
so
I roll-
2d8, yeah, so 8 plus 4, so that's 12 points of healing.
Alright.
Yes. So Visper, you look down at your thigh, and it's a picture of a cute little pixie, that has what looks to be a small little potion bottle, and it's that's like the size of it. But now you have half cover. Oh wait, no, you're a medium creature. 2 goblins on top of each other. No, you effectively have full cover now, so you have +5 to your armor class.
Yay!
The goblins have effectively created a literal wall of meat to block you from damage.
So let me go to my notes. So would I add 5 to the previous, or I just change that in total to 5?
So your total bonus should be, so your total armor class, because if I remember correctly, your armor class is 10. You have an
Yep.
effective armor class of 15, and your line of sight is obscured because the goblins are blocking your line of sight. But this also means the Jabberwocky's line of sight is blocked from you.
Yippee! I still have something that I can use.
I still think it's
So-
funny to think that all she has to do is just peek behind cover, throw some meteors, and then run back in. Like, hold steady, boys!
I have a whole entire shield.
She's got a whole shield wall to her. Like, if there's one thing goblins are, they're loyal. Squarb, it's actually your turn, because that's all John was going to do is heal and then form the wall with Millennia on deck.
Cool. Well, despite the fact that it's immune to lock and key, I don't actually care all that much. Instead, what I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to turn the key and transfer the 2 charges on key to lock, giving it +2.
Okay, so you have a +2 bonus to your already, I believe, +1 shield.
No, that's not from the shield. It's getting transferred to lock. So lock gets an additional +2 to hit and damage.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So we'll then go ahead and use the attack action and swipe at the Jabberwocky with a +8 to my rolls for a grand total of 25 to hit on the first attack.
Definitely gonna hit, yeah.
And that'll be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack, I critical.
Oh.
Give me them numbers, boy.
So remind me how the crunchy crits work.
You take the maximum damage of the die, all right? Then you roll
So that's-
again, and that's the extra damage, and then you add all additional modifiers.
Okay, so maximum damage from the dice is 16, so then I roll again. And that is another 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage plus, so that's what? 16, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, no, 32. Yeah, 32.
32 damage.
32 points of damage. So
My
basically,
goodness.
I want to describe the attack real quick.
Please
So,
do.
at the start of Squarb's turn, it looks like he kind of just jams his sword through the shield, and like in his mind, he's like, "Time to wake up, Key." Yanks out the sword out, and the sword just looks sharper and brighter than it did before he jammed it in. And then he like just does a quick couple of attacks against the Jabberwock. The first one just kind of goes right through, but then the second one is just a really hearty stab that makes significant contact, and it's just very meaty sounding as he pulls his blade back out.
Absolutely. As you gash into the Jabberwock, you hear Key go, "Aye, aye, Captain," and then he just and you just feel that transference of energy from Key to Locke, and then you just begin to go, and it just cuts deeply into the Jabberwocky. I'm telling you guys right now, you guys have gone beyond bloodied with this thing. It is not looking pretty, this Jabberwocky.
So first, it's going to go
dang.
ahead and take an unwavering mark,
Okay, which does?
because I forgot to do that last time. What it does is, while it's within 5 feet of me, it has disadvantage to attack anybody that's not me.
Well, I mean, you know what? That's great.
Also, anytime it deals damage to somebody else, I get to make a special melee attack against it with +3 to damage, and I get advantage.
And does that take up your
Sheesh.
reaction or no?
That is a special action.
Oh, so that just happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm then
God.
going to go ahead and action surge,
Go for
and
it.
I'm attacking again.
I forgot you had action surge. I thought you burned it last turn.
Nope.
Go
Millennia
for it.
did.
So that's going to be 24 to hit.
Will hit.
On
Go
the
ahead and roll your
first.
damage.
So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or sorry, 8. So that's going to be 10 points of damage from the first hit.
Okay.
And then another roll here. That is going to be another 25 to hit.
Will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
For minimum damage, 6 total.
How do you want to do this?
Jesus.
Oh, okay. So, as Squarb starts hacking away, he starts to remember every single thing that he's here for. He's like, I'm here on a mission. I'm here to save my friends. I'm here to make sure that that Visper is safe. I've got so much on my plate, and I will be damned if this creature stops me from saving anybody that I care about. And that's just all in his head. So what happens is he like kind of crouches down and like does a downward swing on the first attack, and then leaps up high in the air and just brings Key down right where the neck meets the head of the Jabberwocky, severing it. And it just hits the ground with a thud. Squarb does a hero landing and then just kind of stands up straight. I warned you not to enter my camp.
As the Jabberwocky's head falls down to the ground behind you, you can still hear its cacophonous burbling before you hear a sickening like squish and crunch behind you as its tongue continues to lash out, but there's no sound being emitted any further.
I will then swing Key to just swing Lock to get all the blood off him, sheath him, turn back to the rest of the party.
We got a present for the mom and dad now.
Yeah, we've got the head of a Jabberwocky to offer. I think that's going to be good enough. I think that on its own will get just about anything we want.
Y'all,
What say you,
don't-
Dame
y'all
Ordella?
can't see this. I have a surprised Pikachu look on my face right now. you cannot just do that cool attack. Say, "Welp, time to move on."
Oh no, that's not what Squarb is doing. Squarb has visibly lost all of his tension, and you can tell he's struggling to stand up because of how exhausted he is.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But like he's just like, okay, everyone all right?
Yep.
Yep, we're
Um,
good.
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
And why is that, Melly?
I wanted more of a fight.
I
Me
was
too.
getting ready. I was getting ready to use chaos, like Tides of Chaos.
I'm so incredibly thankful that we didn't have more of a fight, if I'm honest. The longer that went on, the more of a danger it was to all of us. For the time being, Dame Mordella, will you help me bind its head so that we may present it to the king and queen?
I want the tail.
Gladly, and she's going to walk over, and she's going to just she's going to whisper something to the earth, and then you see these large stalks of grass begin to wrap around and create this sort of like a almost like a burlap sack made of grass that encases the entire head for you to just wrap up and tie down.
Wonderful.
I have a
Uh,
question.
I have answers.
Can
and
I
disappointment.
attempt to harvest some materials from this thing?
You all can try to harvest whatever the fuck you want at this point. You guys took down a legendary monster. Y'all take your victory lap, man.
I think
I would
Edna
like one of its
and
paws.
Is this thing poisonous at all? Just
Roll. I'm going to say for you, you can either roll a medicine or a nature check with advantage because you have proficiency in poisonous tools.
Wait, I don't
Ooh.
want the tail of this thing. I want the wings.
I'm rolling really well today,
Ooh.
actually. Did you know that? That's a 6 with advantage. 'Cause,
As far as you can tell, this creature is not poisonous.
well,
It seems to just be a really good predator, though.
yeah. I don't know. Is there anything I can grab from it that'll be helpful for me? I don't know. I don't know what to look for on this thing.
Well,
Scorpion,
I'll
like,
leave that.
one of its talons.
Yeah, if you guys want, go ahead and make a nature, or I'll give you one of three: nature, medicine, or survival checks to try to harvest this thing as cleanly as possible.
I'm gonna do
Uh,
nature.
I don't actually have any of these skills, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll survival.
Fair
I'll do
enough.
survival.
Oh shoot, that's a 17.
It's a
Let me
12.
see.
17, 12,
God,
19 for a nature
19.
check.
I assume my 6 stands.
No, go ahead and roll a new one.
Oh, okay.
Because that one was to determine if it was poisonous. This is to determine.
Okay.
This is basically a dissection check.
Give me its wings.
Damn, I
I'll
wish
put
I
them
got
on my
that. That's an
back.
unnatural 20.
I will say, you know what? I'll carry this over. I will say, as you guys are sort of just breaking down this magnificent creature, you notice there's no like venom sac or poison gland or anything like that. You can confirm your suspicions. This is not a venomous creature at all. There is no poison
Okay.
in this creature.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Now I will say, if you guys would like, I will give you guys options. I will say, because collectively you guys rolled higher than I was anticipating, because I was going to make it a DC 15, but since 3 of you rolled higher than a 15, I'm just going to give it to you. You guys can take basically whatever you want, but there is, but I will say, if you would like, you could also successfully remove the eyes of the Jabberwocky, as you will note that it did emit that laser beam.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Squarb just wants a trophy.
Okay, what
I-
would
I
you like
want
as your
the
trophy?
wings.
Just a talon is fine.
Just a
A
single
single
talon?
claw.
Okay, cool. That claw is about the size of your forearm.
That's okay. He'll probably end up getting it whittled down into something, or just keeping it as a trophy to put on display back in the watch house.
Okay.
Because, how many chapters of the Skara Audine get to say we had one of our guys kill a fucking Jabberwock?
Right? Like, yeah, no. That? Oh, yeah, that was Featherfowl's hunt. What
yeah,
is it?
so I'm
It's a
gonna go ahead and
Jabberwocky.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take a Jabberwock talon, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll
that
take
as your
one of
trophy.
the eyes if no one else is.
I just want the wings so I can DIY it and put it on my back.
Visper. I'm gonna be real with you,
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
This is a huge dragon-like creature.
I know.
That
I still
wing-
want it.
that wing is massive.
I don't care how big it is. I'm gonna take it. Be dragging it on the floor, like, look, mom and dad, look what I got.
Do you just need like the sinewy, like the membrane of the wing, or like everything from like the shoulder reaching out into what is purportedly part of the wing, like the thing that connects to the back of the Jabberwock? You need like the whole thing. You're taking the
thing.
whole thing.
Yep, I'm gonna try to make it into a backpack and put it on me. A winged
I
backpack.
admire your ingenuity. But I know your strength score.
If I can, I'll just probably settle like on probably like one eyeball and teeth.
Okay, so you're gonna
Or
take the
part
other.
of a wing.
So you're gonna take
part of
the
a
other
wing.
eyeball.
You know what? No, not the eyeball. What about one wing? What about one?
No, you can. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just telling you, from the sheer size, Visper, you are the size of one of its claws. Like that's how.
Really?
That's so you are
Like
a medium. Okay,
4'9".
here. Look, let's put things in perspective. You are a medium-sized creature. On average, you are somewhere between the ballpark of like 3'2" to 8 feet tall. All right.
I'm sure that our goblin friends would be more than happy to help us fashion a backpack out of one of its wings for her.
Oh no, absolutely they will. They'll do anything.
Yeah.
Now this is a huge dragon creature. That is 9 of you on a tactical map. That is 9 medium creatures side by side, creating a 3x3 block. The wings on this thing alone is like 9 of you.
Oof.
So when I say you could absolutely take the wing, I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying you're in for a struggle.
Can I like make the wing into like a portable backpack so
You
I
can-
can wear
Honey,
it?
you can turn that thing into a cape for all I care and drag it along the floor. You can turn that thing
Dude.
into a little blanket cape for all I care, like when you were 3.
Straight up, we should make an offering of as much of this as we can to the king and queen.
Some of this is
I'm-
going back to Etna and Kassar. They want information. This is good information.
No, I agree with you. At least some of this should come back with us. But
That
I
she's
think-
ripping scales out.
as far as
I'm
I'm
gonna still take
concerned,
the wing.
I've got everything I need.
I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna take the wing because it's pretty cool.
All right, you can take the wing. You're gonna have to have somebody else carry it though, or at least you're gonna have to boost your strength score somehow
Where's the cool
To-
aunt?
to
She
drag
can
it.
carry it.
Dame Mordella looks at you confused as she is currently chopping the wing for you, and you don't hear her, but everybody knows what she said. And she said, "Let the goblins do it."
We came away with no casualties. We were very lucky this time.
Yep. I was at the brink of death though.
I'm glad that your retinue was there to protect you, princess. He says that in kind of a jokey tone.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going back to bed. Or I should say going to bed, since I was on watch.
You were the last one on watch. Yeah, you are going to bed.
I'm taking my rest. I'll see
Uh,
you all in the morning. Squarb
Dame
goes back into his tent
Mordella,
and just kind of flumps into his bedroll.
Dame Mordella will take the remainder of the watch with the goblins. You guys can take your long rest if you wish.
Yes, please. I want
So what does
my
this eye
extra
do?
3 points.
You just write down that you have the eye of a Jabberwock.
All right.
And I'll
then,
just write in my notes, wing.
yeah, you can say you have the wing of a Jabberwock.
Yippee.
And then later on, if you guys would like to, later on, if you guys want to bring it to somebody who can fashion it into something, an article of clothing or some sort of magic item, I will go out of my way and create a magic item or something appropriate to the materials that you've gotten.
right.
Melania,
I would like to do that.
did you grab anything besides a couple of scales? Like, what were you doing?
Like I was harvesting materials generally to just take back to Etna and Kassar.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
I'm
you're
sure
just,
that
you're
they
just
will
taking
give me money
evidence
for it.
effectively.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You could say so. So what did you? What specifically? What did you grab? So that way we at least can have something on your character sheet.
I'll do a good amount of scales.
Okay. So yeah, you could say you have a I'll give it to you because these are huge scales. I'll say you have I'll say you have like rough estimate 2 to 5 pounds worth of Jabberwock scales.
Okay.
And then is there anything else you wanted to take with you?
Take the teeth. The teeth.
Yeah. Probably the teeth.
Okay, so you guys will defang and so I just thought I just want to make this is funny as hell for me. You guys are bringing the head of a Jabberwocky to the king and queen of the court of spring, and you have defanged and gouged one eye out of the Jabberwocky.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know how with like fish,
Yeah.
you can't have the real fish eye in it. It'll go bad. You put in a bead in.
Oh no,
You put
for
a
sure,
glass
for
bead
sure.
in it.
I just think it's funny that you're coming into this and
And we're not taking out all the teeth.
No,
Just
and
like
I
a couple.
imagine- This is out of
Just like a
character, but I
couple
imagine
from
that
the
we could also
back.
get it taxidermied before we present it to the king and queen.
I mean, yeah, I figured you would. I just think it would be funny. Like, I like to me, it's just really funny to think that a bunch of players think about it and they don't realize what they're doing, and then when it happens, you're just like, I have to bring this up. This is too funny to ignore.
Right?
Because I've done this before with a chimera's body. All right, it was not funny. That thing stank for days. Because nobody was casting any spells to keep that thing preserved.
And then there's a long period of time where Melly kind of looks at the body and goes, I wonder how it tastes.
I mean, we could probably eat it if you wanted to. It's not
That's
venomous.
something that Whisper will absolutely do, like take a little nibble.
Take your long... If you guys want to, you can, but take your long rests first.
Yep.
I took my... Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Let me
How
take
much
my
did the
long rest.
Jabberwocky teeth weigh?
I would say they weigh... let's see, each tooth is about the size of a... I think each tooth is about the size of a short sword, so I'm going to say about...
Jesus.
It's a huge
I know.
dragon! I'd say that's about... See, now sword can move roughly around 5 to... How many teeth do you want? Like, what do you think is a reasonable number of teeth?
How many giant fangs does it have? Like the
It has-
what
it
are they,
has, like-
canines?
So this is interesting. So a Jabberwocky's teeth are actually the bottom and the bottom and top front teeth are the largest, with all teeth scaling backwards.
Okay, so I'll take the frontmost ones and then the ones behind it.
Okay, so that's about
Is
that's,
it,
that's
8?
about like 8 teeth. I'd say
Yeah.
collectively that's somewhere in the ballpark of about I'll ballpark it to be like 25 pounds.
All right. Add item. Still unencumbered. I'm good.
There you go. I figured you would be, but I'm just like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ballpark that. Like that seems reasonably sized. So you guys take your long rest. And when you all awaken, you notice that Dame Mordella and the goblins have finished vivisecting this
Which- yeah,
majestic
it's not
creature.
vivisection.
No, it's been dead for a while. It's been dead for a few hours. But they finished like basically like properly like chopping up this Jabberwocky. And then you will all notice, probably you missed it in the heat of the moment. You wake up with the dawning of the rising sun. Visper still has a feather beard.
Oh.
I still haven't
Sorts.
sneezed.
You don't. I mean, you haven't told me that you suddenly sneeze in your sleep. So
I'm probably not going to sneeze for a while. Just show up to the castle like, hey, mom and dad, with a long beard.
I mean, to be fair, these are gossamer feathers. Like if I were to compare them, they're sort of like the closest example would be like a male peacock's feathers in terms of beauty. But they're
That's
just
pretty cool,
Ooh.
actually.
yeah, it's just like a very like long peacock feather, like downy feathers worth of like a beard.
Yeah, Scorb just chuckles.
But yeah, so what would you guys like to do for this leg of the journey?
The only thing that I can think to do personally is to pack up and get moving. We've got how much longer until we reach the castle? And
Da-
he's asking Mordella.
We're roughly a day's journey out.
We should get moving then.
Ooh. I have a question.
May have an answer.
Can I ride on Dame Mordella, which I'm just gonna call her cool aunt for the rest of time? Can I ride on her back? So yeah, can I do that?
Dame Mordello looks at you as you ask this. She's thinking long and hard about this. She looks at the Jabberwocky's corpse. She looks at the goblins. And the goblins are giving her the thumbs up. Then she looks to the three of you. Past Visper the Bearded Feather. And she's looking at you for a way out.
Don't give her any, please.
If the princess would care, she may ride on my shoulder if she pleases.
All
Scorb
right,
has the strength to
fine.
just keep Visper on his shoulder.
Yeah, most of you do. Like I'm actually
too
pretty
frail.
confident.
I would collapse. No, I'd be fine with it, I think.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I'm pretty confident Violet actually has a high enough strength score where she could reasonably do it.
Yeah, no, how much does Visper weigh, just out of curiosity?
I would assume not that much.
No,
Because
she's
I'm currently carrying about 60 pounds worth of stuff, and I can carry up to 255 total before I'm done.
she's a petite little thing.
Yeah, no.
I have not been paying attention to how much I'm holding, how much weight I take.
She's 4'9". Like, how much could she possibly weigh?
I mean, she probably weighs somewhere in the ballpark of like 80 to 90 pounds, which means the Squab can carry her on his shoulder easily.
See, we're talking 80 to 90 pounds human weight, but like elvish. That's just...
That's fair. She could be lighter.
Like, bro, like, go for it, man.
But yeah, no, come on,
Yippee.
princess.
Yippee!
That's funny as hell.
Hell, if you'd like, I can fly with you.
That's even cooler. Yes, please.
Well, in that case, Squab shifts Visper down into his arms and just jumps up into the air.
There you go. How you carrying her, princess style?
Yep.
There you go. Live out your magical girl dreams, Visper. This is the only chance you're getting.
I mean, we fought evil by moonlight.
This is amazing.
All right, let's move out. Hopefully, nothing else comes and attacks us.
You would think that the smell of the Jabberwock corpse might be enough to dissuade anything from approaching.
You would think.
Squarb's just muttering that to himself.
I gotta figure out how many years this thing's going to take to regenerate.
Oh, right.
It regenerates.
Eventually.
Every 3d8
Ugh.
years. If you kill a Jabberwocky, it regenerates in 3d8 years. Holy shit, that's a long ass time. You'll
What'd you get?
you'll all be like physically dead by the time you have to see this thing again.
Did you roll max?
No, close to it though. Let me see. That's 12. That's
Max of 3d8. That's only like 20 years.
Yeah, that's like 24 years. Squarb will be dead, but actually, no, not in this world.
Violet
Violet's-
doesn't have a determined.
Violet is
end
already
age.
dead, so it doesn't matter what I say about her.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Squarb will be old, but Squarb won't be dead. Because
Yeah,
you said that in this world they live average human lifespans.
Yeah, they live about approximate human lifespans because I don't like shortened lifespans for creatures outside of the material plane. That's stupid.
Yeah, no, Squarb will be in his like
Scorb will be a senior citizen for sure.
no, because Squarb's currently
Same.
16.
He'll be like 40
He'll be
if-
old
at
for an
max.
Aarakocra.
He'll be like 30.
Yeah, but he'll be
Like,
he'll
late
be old.
30s at
He'll be old
max.
for an Eric Cochran. So
Me and
Well,
Squirrel
if they
would be
live
the
to
same age,
normal
then.
human, then that's just
I said
that's like
average
mid-age.
human.
That doesn't mean that they age gracefully to that point.
Chris, have you ever seen an old bird? They don't age gracefully. I'll tell you that much right
Yeah.
now.
No,
They-
Squarb will be gray and balding, and he'll be like losing feathers in places.
Like they molt all the time. Poor bastards could barely fly, yet they still have the strength to stand upright. Like that's incredible.
Oh yeah.
No, so this particular Jabberwocky will not respawn, quote unquote, for approximately 22 years
Nice.
Woo!
Yippee!
in the Feywild.
Yippee!
Does that mean like the trophies will just disappear and become part of it again, or?
No. It is a completely separate entity.
Oh, okay. So the body is still dead. It's just going to be the same consciousness in a new body.
Correct. So yeah, because it says right here, verbatim, materializing within 1,000 miles of where the old one perished.
Ah, okay.
It literally just pops into existence one day.
Like a Minecraft mob. What?
Yeah, like another one appears 3d8 years later, materializing within 1,000 miles of where the old one perished. I'm like, all right, cool. Just don't be in that particular block when it spawns.
Not my problem.
Yeah, so in about approximately 22 years, it will respawn again within the Feywild.
Cool.
That's fucked
Never
up.
going to that area again.
Or, you know, just send troops around that time and have it killed then.
Just build a fort somewhere between that and then 1,000 miles everywhere around that spot, and you'll be fine.
Straight up, just call upon just put a hunting team together.
Yeah.
It'll be a grand and glorious mission.
Yeah, just like, just set up a hunting team every year. Be like, all right, guys, so this is year 2 of the 22 years. I know we're not supposed to see a Jabberwock, but we're just preparing our time. That'd be a fun side mission.
Yeah.
Right?
Be a fun little side campaign. So what are you doing? Well, we're preparing for the Jabberwock. Okay, so Squarb and Visper are flying. You guys have your trophies and your evidence and whatnot. Who would like to roll for the day's travel?
I don't think I have yet.
Do it,
Alright.
Violet.
Just a D20 straight.
Just a flat 20.
6.
6.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let me see here.
Travel adventure song
Where is
while
my-
flying in the air.
Where's my chart? I have like 7 notebooks for different campaigns, so having to organize everything
Same.
is kind of a hassle. Just one moment, I gotta find the one that has the chart. I was expecting that comment to last longer, so I wasn't expecting to do a day's travel. Oh, funny thing, guys. Magic number 3 rounds of combat. That was less than 3 rounds
Nice.
of combat. Because the Jabberwock had 2 turns. It was less than 3 rounds of combat.
To be fair, the action surge really came in handy. And then Millennia did how much fucking damage?
45.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the ballpark of 45 to 52.
Or no, 47.
No, it was all of us working together. That was what it did, really. Man, that's what it took, really.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was. And that was what it was going to take the whole time.
Yeah. Even without you locking it down, the fact is that I completely spaced on its legendary resistances. But even without it, I was like, these guys just dealt like a fourth of its hit points in raw damage turn 1. What am I supposed to do about that?
I mean, technically, you could just add an extra 0 to the end if you really want the combat to last longer.
I could, but
It never feels good to do that, though, does it?
I hate doing that. I'd rather just make an overly complex monster with low hit points. I've done it before.
No, that's totally fair. No, like that bone snake that we were fighting. That was a really cool one, and that.
Oh
didn't have
yeah,
all
that bone
MP.
naga. Yeah, that bone naga is raw. I love it. Those are just the
Yeah.
raw stats. I was just playing it clever.
No, you were. It was really well done.
Okay, so with a 6, Violet, as you guys are trekking
Hello?
through, go ahead and roll me a insight check.
Insight.
Correct.
10.
10. You personally do not notice, but your little skeleton familiar seems to be looking in the opposite direction of where you're going.
I guess I'll pay attention that way too.
Okay, as you look through, you see something at the very edge of your vision. It looks to be a shadow that flits about between the trees.
Go check that out, little skeleton guy.
Okay. Go, skeleton bro.
Go gadget skeleton lizard.
Okay. So you send out your little skelly lizard out. And it takes a bit as you continue to move forward. It takes a bit, and then you notice that it's been a few minutes now, and your skeleton lizard hasn't returned. But you no
Oh.
longer see the flitting of the shadow either.
It's in
Hmm.
the chat.
Well, um, jeez. I guess I'm going to go check that out. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Feels like a potentially bad idea.
Do I see Violet going off to the side?
I would say you guys
Do we
would,
notice?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say you guys would
Uh,
notice that Violet is sort of veering off the beaten path.
I have to step
I'll
away for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. But what would you two like to do?
Squart's gonna go ahead and sorry. Go ahead. You first, Melly.
I'll stick with Violet.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If Melly's sticking with it, Squart's gonna keep an eye from up above, but he's gonna like veer over and make sure that he's like flying over them.
Okay, cool. If you would both like, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Okay.
23.
14.
14. Perfect. And then
Oh,
Visper,
and since Violet's, I was gonna say, since Visper's in my arms, does she get one too?
if she would like.
Sorry, I've returned.
Welcome
No, you're
back.
good.
I
Uh,
just realized my mic was muted.
Oh.
That's okay.
It is.
Mood. Oh, I can turn
Sorry,
off
what
the
am I
camera.
rolling?
You
Uh,
can make a perception check if you like.
yes.
Should I make a new perception?
If you would like, yes.
Okay.
It's a perception check, right?
I am rolling either like
Hey.
6 or 17 always. So
I got a 13.
A 13? Okay. Sorry, just 1 second here. I'm just grabbing something. That's not what I was hoping for. But it'll do. Let's see if this works.
Also, because you missed it, I'm coming with you, Violet.
okay, great.
Just so you know, you don't die.
I would never.
Unless
Says
she,
the
Flamethrower
undead.
also overhead.
unless you could. how could you die? Well, I was already dead. As you guys continue to flit around, who had the okay, cool. So it was Millennia, Squarb, and Violet. Just okay, so these are these perception checks. Okay, cool. Actually, these are all reasonable. Cool. You guys, as you continue to move ever so closer to where you last saw the flitting, you notice that it begins to once again flit between the various trees back and forth. And then you start to notice that there's more of them, but you can't see them. Like you can't make out their physical form. It's like they're just shadows zipping back and forth.
Could I send some bugs out to the points that are in the area? And mechanically, this is casting infestation sort of blindly towards what I think they're gonna be.
Yeah,
at.
absolutely. Go ahead and burn the spell slot, and then you basically
It's just a cantrip.
Oh, it's just a cantrip. Yeah, then go ahead and just do that, and you're just sort of like spreading them out as best you can.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as it is flitting about, the moment your swarm effectively comes into contact, you notice that the swarm, almost as if it gets cut in half, as the shadow flits right through him.
Weird.
I'm going to go ahead and use the sending earring and suggest that we leave this the hell alone and focus on our travel.
Is I forget. Can I actually like connect with my lizard friend like mentally kind of thing?
You do.
Or is it
I will
like
say it's sort of like a familiar. You do have a telepathic bond, but it's more like a borrowed familiar.
yeah, so is there a way for me to tell if it's okay and still around here?
Go ahead and your charisma based spellcasting, right? With Warlocks.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a
Yes.
charisma check.
Straight charisma check
Just a straight charisma
for
check.
a 15.
15. As you focus your mind and reach out, you notice that the connection feels severed.
Uh-oh.
That is not good. Where's little lizard
Oh
friend?
no.
So as much as I agree that this could be dangerous and I don't necessarily want to, I do think that getting lizard friend back is pretty important here. Or seeing what's going on at least.
What would you like to do?
Lizard friend. What can I do here? Let's see. They're definitely still around us still, right?
Yes. Yes, you can. They are definitely still around you. And you'll notice that the longer you guys stand idle, you start to hear sort of a snide cackle.
I don't like this place.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Is your lizard friend that important?
Oh,
lizard
dang.
friend. So lizard friend is my boss's, and I'm unsure how it works if I lose him.
I mean, if it's just a familiar, don't they just kind of pop back?
Yeah, but I might not get him back, which could be a very big disadvantage because he's very helpful.
Uh-huh.
He can deal 1 piercing damage as an action.
Uh-huh.
The more important thing is he can detect undead.
Uh-huh.
Can't you just call it back?
No, I don't think so. Right?
Is this
Because you felt the connection was severed, you couldn't tell heads or tails if you were able to call it out.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I'll try.
We're going to have to try and track it down, aren't we?
Yeah. Which is easier said than done, seeing as it does not leave any tracks.
good?
Oof.
Does it have a scent?
It is bones.
Let me roll for these 5 real fast. Let's see if they notice. Yeah, they notice. um, the entourage of fey creatures that were with you,
Yep.
they turn back and they notice that you guys have veered off, and then Tom walks over. What are we looking at?
Look around. There are a
The
couple of strange things that have kidnapped my lizard friend.
I don't see anything.
Hmm.
do you know do you have any knowledge of like weird dark things flitting from tree to tree laughing?
Tom looks at you befuddled, and then he like gestures to the whole forest.
I mean, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
dumb
yeah.
question.
Fair enough, actually.
He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we got pixies, we got fairies, we got like stabby little twig creatures. We got walking mushrooms. We got walking talking mushrooms. We've got snails the size of buildings.
I see.
We got, like-
Okay, you don't have to go on.
Pretty sure there's that one. What was it? Oh yeah, we got like a bog of frogs. It's like a whole quart of them.
Violet, scale of 1 to 10, how important is this lizard to you? Like, is this something that's going to eat you up at night, or is this something that can be like, it sucks, but it'll be fine?
It sounds fairly important based on what I've heard her say.
It
Mm.
is
Yeah.
relatively important. I really don't know what's gonna happen if I don't bring the lizard friend back, because he is my boss's familiar, and losing him might mean I don't get him anymore. Uh,
And I take it that would be very bad for you.
that could be very
Mhm.
bad.
The hunt begins.
Squarb sighs and then descends with Visper in hand and says, "All right, let's get to it then."
Mm-hmm.
Dame Mordella then steps over. What's this about?
Looking for a skeleton lizard.
It got
Just
kidnapped.
Our
There's
party
this-
member's
there's-
familiar was taken by shades.
Yeah, there's something stalking us around here.
It
Shades.
always feels like
Well,
somebody's
I'm uncertain as to what it
watching me.
actually is, but there are some shadowy creatures flitting between the trees.
Is there a tree they're like constantly behind, or are they just moving around randomly?
They seem to be moving erratically. Like there's no rhyme or reason to the pattern of movements. You just can't grasp their shape.
Okay.
Dame Mordella is
N-
going to look around herself.
No one here can deal radiant damage, right? Just like
Not
I'd
currently.
assume not. Yeah.
Nah.
Not unless that.
What did you say?
That's none of our things. Radiant damage.
Yeah,
Not yet.
None of y'all like to call upon the light of the sun yet, so
It used to
Yeah.
be.
we're almost there. We're not quite there, but we're almost there.
Yeah, no. Assuming that he can find somebody, Squarb's next level is Paladin.
But yeah, as you guys continue to explain the situation, another trill of like this very like sinister laughter begins to fill the air around you as these shadows begin to multiply. What once was 2 is now 4, and then what once was 4 is now 8. Although you can't really keep
Oh
track.
man.
Although it's hard to tell because you don't know if it's just one really, really fast motherfucker or if it's multiple really fast motherfuckers. But you're just having trouble capturing them all. It's at this point where I'm going to have Visper go ahead and roll me a history check.
Alright.
Let's see if you remember this.
History check.
Let's see if you remember something.
An 8.
Well, there ain't a whole lot. You know there are creatures that can go very fast in the Feywild. You just can't remember what they're called.
Oh my goodness, it's Sonic.
Hedgehog?
Don't tempt me. I'll make a supersonic hedgehog as a fucking character. And
Please
Or
do.
we'll turn to Dame Ordella at this point and ask if she recognizes whatever the hell this is.
she will also roll a history check. Well, unlike Visper, she actually rolled well. And she has a +8 to her history check.
Good God.
She's the knight captain, man. She's got to know her shit. As she's kind of like assessing the situation, she kind of comes to a startling realization, and then she goes, "We need to move."
I don't think you're getting her familiar back, Violet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't want to like alarm anybody. She just goes, "Hasten your pace, but pretend you're walking like normal."
Gotcha.
Understood.
Okay.
Squarb's gonna take back to the air with Visper.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
I
As
suppose I'll just move on.
as
We'll get you.
Up in the
We'll figure
chat.
something out.
we'll get
in the
you a
chat
new
for
familiar, a better familiar.
We can fix him.
We can fix
I
him.
can find a potential lizard so that maybe
I will
Geki
put
and the
you
new
back
lizard.
together.
When
I
Geki
will not do
eventually,
again.
so listen, when Geki inevitably dies, you can take the
Oh!
soul, you can take Geki's soul and skeleton and replace it and make that your new familiar, Violet.
Straight up
Dang.
though, your delivery on that line just now was so fucking chilling.
What?
Yeah. It's like, dang.
All right, so we've got a quicker pace
It's a
going now.
line from FNAF.
I know it is, but you delivered it so well.
I will
Yeah.
rebuild you. Yeah. As you continue to walk further away, from the source, you'll hear, shrubbery just kind of like rustling, and the laughter follow you for a bit. What would you like to do? Because it's following you for a while.
Hmm.
Like it's almost tauntingly doing so.
Ignore it.
Melody is getting more pissed off. Just shut up. Just stop. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
I get it.
Just stop, please. And all you're hearing is.
Would you like earplugs? I don't have any.
I put stickers in my ears. No, I actually have my crayons. No, I'm gonna do that instead.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Now I don't have to hear that laughter.
As a man who's hard of hearing, I'm going to tell you 7 reasons why you shouldn't put crayons in your ears.
Too late.
I
She's
know.
already done it, and she can't hear you.
And she can't hear me anyways.
Damn.
Bummer. What a
Yeah, I
travesty.
understand that too as well.
What an absolute travesty this has become. She can't hear me. Oh no. If only she had heeded my advice prior to ramming crayons in her ears. Amazing.
Just so that I can't hear the laughter. I'll be able to take it out.
Okay. I never said you
So-
couldn't. But now you got me thinking.
With temporary hearing loss. I take them out like
Yeah,
what?
sure.
I,
You can
I
you
can't,
can say
I
you're
can't hear you.
Oh, also, Visper, make sure you remove the frightened condition and replace it with the deafened condition.
At least for now.
At least for now. There's never a
It's
dull
the
moment
hearing
with
aids
Visper,
ready.
is it, guys?
Nope.
Never.
It's always chaotic.
There's
Get
always
the hearing
something
aids
this
ready.
girl's got to do, man. Eventually, they leave you alone as they find out that you're just not engaging them. So then all you hear is humph, and then just shh, and then just like the wind blowing through the forest, the rustling disappears.
Yippee! We
okay,
avoided
Violet?
confrontation.
Hmm.
As you
I'm gonna take
guys,
that as no.
Rod is gonna be real mad at me.
yeah,
Maybe.
as you guys make your way out of that obnoxious ordeal, you come across a clearing, and the goblins sort of move the shrubs and the branches out of the way, and then Dame Mordella, taking the lead, steps out, and beyond this veil of greenery, you see this very large, almost opulent structure made out of roots and trees, with a veritable number of colorful spring flowers that decorate it all the way up to the gates. These large walls are made of almost like hedge maze, like perfectly cut, like greenery, right? Forms like the
Right.
exterior wall. And then there is, where there would be a gate, it's just a large like hedge archway that leads into the grounds proper. And
This place is gorgeous.
yeah, she goes, Dame Mordella then welcomes you to the home of the Court of Spring.
I'm home.
Someone who ran away, you're very excited about being back.
I know, but I still want to access my jewelry because I've been wearing the same jewelry for a while. I want to accessorize, and I want to
That's
show
why
y'all
you're
the place.
excited to be back.
As you guys walk through this large archway, you see these large gladiolus flowers, and they almost look like they're bowing to you as you guys enter past the archway, before the last person steps through, and then they return to their upright position. If you guys don't know what a gladiolus flower looks like, it's a beautiful flower.
Pretty.
If you want, I will show you what one looks like.
I'll just say, in this moment, it hits Violet. Why the fuck am I here?
What am I doing here?
Huh? I'm
Aiding the
supposed to be.
investigation.
I'm supposed to be getting one of my whole mission was one single air genasi. What the fuck am I doing here?
Oh, hey, the realization hit you too. All right.
Welcome to my world.
It's absolutely been a long road, and I'm very sorry for the path that it's taken, that we've taken together. I do hope you'll stick with me for a while longer, though, Violet.
I don't think I have any other choice here.
Once we return from the Feywild, if you choose to separate from us, I'm not going to be upset.
Okay, so these are effectively what gladiolus flowers look like.
So pretty.
They are also
Mhm.
referred to as sword lilies, is another name that they're given. These are very beautiful flowers. They're one of my favorite kinds of flowers. So yeah, so you
If I
see,
remember right, they're called that because of the shape of the leaves.
they're called that
Ooh.
because of the entire shape of the flower itself. But yes,
Mm.
yeah, because of the way that
Pretty.
because the way that the gladiolus grows, it looks like a sword piercing from the ground. It's actually, and it has a very like regal appearance to it. It's very lovely. I love it so much. Yeah, you see these gladiolus flowers that like sort of almost bow to you before they return back to their upright positions. And as you make your way past the archway, you will see the main garden area, which has these large like beds of different spring flowers with pixies and with like these like pixies wielding uh short swords and bows, kind of like roaming almost as if in patrol, and then these large fairies that are sort of tending to the gardens as they flutter about. Occasionally, you'll see one or two dryads tending to these very large trees that sort of create a centerpiece within the flower beds themselves. Uh, and they wave very gently to all of you who pass by, acknowledging Dame Mordella, the goblins, and the newly arrived Princess Visper and her new friends. They just sort of like motion for you to acknowledge them before they continue about their business. Uh, Continuing past the main garden, you come into what looks to be a almost like a pond area. It's sort of like it's smaller than a lake, but it's bigger than a pond. I don't really know the actual name for it, but I call them ponds. That's effectively what they are. Um, Sort of like a good example is you ever been to like a park garden and like you see like the koi pond and stuff like that? Very
Yeah.
very similar to that in size and shape. It's just a place where like water where seafaring creatures reside, and in there you'll see like various lily pads and things of that nature, and then you'll see these very large, like human-sized frogs, either decked out in like armor or in some sort of interesting, like almost like regal wear, and they croak, but then they just sort of like take their little hats off, whatever it may be. It could be like a lily pad, or it could be like another flower, and they just kind of like graciously give you a bow of acknowledgement, and before they inevitably return to their business, being meandering around the little pond area. Um, as you continue to the castle proper, you come along this once more. You see these like root structures that form this large gate that separates the castle from the rest of the castle grounds, and you see a large living tree sort of standing watch, and it just sort of creaks, and you can hear the sound of bark shifting and moving as it lets out a mighty yawn. Who do we have the pleasure of seeing today? And
Following his sorry.
yeah, and then as it looks down, it kind of has a very tired face. It looks like the entire gateway itself. It appears to be made from this creature. So you see this massive face, and it just looks at all of you.
Squarb is going to do his best to follow his etiquette training and
Oh, this is gonna be
introduces
fun.
himself. So he stands tall and does the bow just like Visper taught him and introduces the party. I am Squarb Featherfowl, bringing alongside me Dame Ordella as well as Princess Visper, and the rest of the people gathered here are our party who were sent to make sure that the princess arrives safely.
Oh, I see. And you could sort of just hear him blink as like wood shifts to sort of to create this facsimile of a face.
Mhm.
Ah, Dame Ordella, good of you to return. And the young princess to boot. Your mission is a success. And welcome, honored guests, to the court of spring. And as he says that, you see one by one, starting from the outside, these roots begin to slowly fall back into the ground, and then it begins to slowly fade back into inanimacy as the final centerpiece just falls right into place, revealing the inner castle. As you step inside, it is made with paved stone, but a lot of it is more like a pathway of paved stone with patches of grass and various other sorts of greenery to kind of give it this naturally grown feel, as if the castle had always been here, but they just shaped it to fit with the natural world around them. Um, Flitting about, you see a couple more pixie guards. They acknowledge Dame Ordella, and you see this very very gaunt and very tall um, uh, avian creature standing in the courtyard. He You can't really tell, but you assume it's a male. They wear a pair of spectacles that just hang off their beak, that they constantly have to shift back up. They wear these large, almost like they look like robes if robes were made out of like fronds. You know what I mean? Like beach palm fronds. And then it is decorated with various flowers, but the one that sticks out is he has a large snapdragon, similar to the one that Dame Ordella wears on her armor. He has a large snapdragon clinging onto his chest, and he looks over, and he goes, "Ooh. My. Hast thou finally returned, Dame Ordella?" Visper, if you would like, go ahead and roll another history check for me.
All right. I got a 4.
Actually, hold on. I want to say roll with advantage.
All right.
I just want to see if you recognize this person. It's been a few months. Let's see if you recognize him.
I got a 9.
Yeah, there's a reason why you ran away. There's a reason why you ran away. Dame Ordella, still decked out in her full suit of armor. She decided, like, after last night's encounter, she'd rather be fully decked out in armor. So still in her regalia, she stands at attention and then performs a sort of half bow, half salute, that is unfamiliar to any of you, and then she goes, "I have, and I have brought with me my charge," and then she just gestures to Visper. Um, this Owlin goes, "Woohoo!
I love owlins.
The prodigal
too.
daughter returns. Are you here to continue your lessons, young lady?"
I'm not to answer.
I guess.
Kind of.
Well,
Yes, I
Squab will
will.
step up. She is here to continue her lessons in time. First, however, she has a request to be made of the king and queen. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. My name is Squab Featherfowl, emissary from the kingdom of Abu Kanasta. We are here to seek audience with them at their earliest convenience.
yes, we had received word of your arrival, Mr. Featherfowl. Please, join us, would you? And he kind
Absolutely.
of casually walks into the proper courtyard for all of you.
Squarb follows behind and just very quickly says, Squarb is fine if you don't mind.
Of course, Squab. As he makes his way into the courtyard, do you all follow behind Squab?
I suppose so.
Yeah. Very uncomfortably, but
Okay. Dame Ordella sits there and looks at all of you, and she goes, "I have other business to attend to, and the goblins need to recover. So we will see you later at court." And then
Thank you for your assistance.
Yes, and then she looks at Visper. I'm sure you know the way back to your room.
Yep.
Wonderful. We will see you
it's
later.
wonderful fighting next to you. Bye.
We did tell Dame
Michael
Ordella what we're
on-
doing, right?
Pretty sure. At 100%.
One sec.
Let's check the notes.
Just a thought
Like,
here.
did you
like,
actually
she knows.
tell her?
Okay. What you need? I'll have to take a better look at it later though, because I'm playing a game with some friends right now. Okay. All right. No, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
I think I'm mixing pixies and sprites up. I think sprites are the ones that carry the weapons, and pixies are the ones that tend to the gardens. Hold on a second. Because to me they're interchangeable, but I know they're different creatures.
How dare you?
Listen, they didn't make a distinction because one, we don't have enough fey creatures. They're one of my favorite types of creatures, and there's not enough of them. I literally got a whole book dedicated to them, and then there still was not enough. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no, pixies I'm mixing up with yeah, so there was pixies and then there's sprites. Oh, I'm spelling sprite wrong. That's why. Ah, there it is. Yeah, sprites are the ones that are the guardsmen. Pixies are the ones that were tending to the flowers. Okay, I mixed them up. That's my bad. They're both tiny creatures. They are both tiny fae, and they both do something different. I prefer pixies over sprites anyways, so we're fine. Regardless, we're waiting for Scorp to get back, correct?
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
No problem. I was not
Yeah, no.
wasn't aware.
One of the kids just came in and wanted me to look at her makeup. It was cute.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys enter the courtyard, this one's a very like open air courtyard, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of sunlight coming down. There's not a whole lot of trees here. You guys come under a naturally built gazebo, made out of a tree whose roots seem to like create the gazebo itself, and then kind of like sits aside, and then you guys have these this owlin sits in one of these little on one of these little stools that seems to be made out of a separate kind of wood, along with the rest of the furniture. And he gestures for all of you to take a seat.
Squarb will do as such.
Same.
Yep.
As
I
you do,
suppose so.
uh, now then, I assume your travels were quite long. Perhaps you would like something to replenish yourselves? Maybe a snack or some drinks?
Do you have coffee?
Yes. I want
Not for
coffee
her.
as well.
Wait, no, not
For
for her.
us, not for Whisper, please.
I
Or sugar cubes.
I apologize. I'm unfamiliar with this coffee. But
That's fine.
we could
Water will be plenty.
Of course, let us provide you as such. And then the owlin plucks one of his like arm feathers and like he writes something in Elvish in the air, and you can see it as this sort of arcane lettering just appears in the air where he writes, and then he swipes underneath, and then the word disappears.
Ah.
And then he sits there and goes, "Well, I might as well continue to use this while I have it." And he just sort of like puts it into the table, and it just sort of sits there, his feather. While we wait for our refreshments, would you be willing to regale me on your journeys thus far?
Uh, there's been a lot of stuff that has happened.
In particular, if we're being particular, do you mean just since we've entered into the Feywild, or?
I suppose that would be a good start, but feel free to indulge me. We're simply here for leisure.
Right. Since we've entered into the Feywilds, it's been rather hectic, at the very least for those of us not used to this plane of existence. I'm certain that you noticed we encountered some nasty obstacles on the way here. As a matter of fact, we've brought something to offer to the king and queen, just as a part of our negotiations with them. The head of a Jabberwock.
Oh my! A Jabberwock, you say?
Indeed. My friends and I worked together to bring it low.
May I perhaps verify this deed?
Squarb will present the Jabberwock talon to the Owlin.
The owlin once again pushes his spectacles up to the bridge of his beak and then begins to examine it. My, quite something. Whew. It seems that you did in fact defeat a Jabberwock.
Its head is currently someplace. De Mordella has taken care of it for the time being. But we intend to have it taxidermied and presented to the king and queen.
Well, I'm sure she and the goblins will be more than sufficient to provide that when the need arrives.
There is one other thing that happened on our way in that I'm personally somewhat concerned about. My friend Violet, and Squarb will gesture to Violet, has
Hello.
had their familiar waylaid by some shadowy creatures not too terribly far back, and Squarb points the direction they came from.
I
Yes.
see. Will you happen to ascertain what creatures they were by chance?
As I'm not from here, I'm afraid I haven't the even faintest idea.
Shadows. Did they exhibit any particular behaviors?
Laughing. Dame Mordello was very much worried. When I sent a small flock of bugs to investigate, they were simply cut in half. They only approached from like out of the side of your view. Never, you can actually ever like see them directly. Yeah.
Ah, I understand Dame Ordella's hesitance to engage with these creatures. These entities that you fought were known as quicklings. They are agents of the Queen of Air and Darkness. They flit about unexpectedly. Perhaps your familiar just happened to be underfoot, and they just ran right over it.
Well,
Hmm.
Oof.
that would not be great.
I apologize for your loss.
I mean, hopefully it's fine, but it's not technically my familiar, so I don't know.
Ah, well, I suppose that would be a very peculiar position to be in now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Perhaps I should send out a scouting party to investigate these activities. They aren't supposed to be beyond the dark forest, so to have them flitting about near our court is alarming, to say the least.
Is this like the first time this has happened, or?
No, this has happened numerous times, but normally this happens closer to the changing of the seasons on the material plane. Uh,
Hmm.
but seeing as it's neither spring nor winter, it seems rather moot.
Strange.
Strange indeed. I shall take note of this, and I shall inform the king and queen when the time is right.
Well, thank you.
Now then, about those snacks, and just as he says that, you see these like humanoid mushroom people, walking out from one of the hallways, and they have these little trays. One tray is full of these cute little like hors d'oeuvre style snacks, things like cookies and like little candied treats, something sweet, and then
Ooh.
another tray has these little cups made out of wood, and they have a little teapot that's in the shape of a fungus, that is freshly brewed tea. And he goes, "Please help yourselves."
Can I do an insight check on the Allen?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you looking for?
Nothing. I got a 9.
Well,
But
still, what was your intent?
I was like seeing to see if he was being shifty about this because I don't know a lot about phase stuff, so I'm just like, is this a trap?
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, he seems to be on the up and up. He seems to be just a very curious individual. But he seems
Okay.
to clearly know who Visper is and seems to have a rapport with De Mordella, so you don't really suspect too much.
Okay.
But I won't say that your suspicion isn't warranted based on who your character is. So I will say it's obvious you would have suspicions.
Yeah.
But yes, the rest of you may enjoy your treats if you wish.
Absolutely.
I can't taste, so oh well.
I will be enjoying these.
Wonderful.
Visper just takes all the sugar cubes.
There are no sugar
Now I'm gonna
cubes,
take
but
all the
there's
cookies.
yeah, there are no sugar cubes. There are cookies, however. There's like
I'll be
cookies,
taking
mini
those.
brownies, like like basically like if you had like a bakery, right, or like or a confectionery.
And I
Um,
stuffed them into my pouch.
sure. As you do so, you see the owl and it goes, "Dear princess, you do realize you don't have to do that, right?"
Oh yeah, but I'm I'm still do it.
I
Save them for later.
I understand. And you could feel the disappointment coming out of his voice when he said that. Uh, I understand. Um, uh, so then, how long will you be staying here within the court, if I may ask?
long enough to meet with the king and queen and hopefully secure some kind of trade agreement, as well as procure Princess Visper's request. Afterward, we have much work to attend to back in the material plane.
I see.
Yes.
Uh, if it is not too bold of me to ask, Princess Visper, what is the request you wish of your parents?
To let me go back on adventures.
If I may, Princess. Princess Visper simply wishes to continue learning more about the material realm in order to make for a better diplomatic relationship further down the line. We understand that her parents are relatively protective folks, so I figure if we can promise protection for the princess, which we can obviously back up, they might be more willing to
Yes.
allow her to continue her excursions.
Guess what he said.
I see. Once more, his glasses he pushes back up. Though I do not doubt your martial prowess, the princess's education is very important to the court.
I
If
understand.
you can provide a case that would justify her education going abroad, I see no reason why they would refuse.
I can provide a very firm case, as a matter of fact, as she is set to complete her education in 100 years here. We'll be keeping her for a comparatively infinitesimal amount of time in the material plane.
Ah, yes, I forgot the time differences there. It would,
Time zones.
yeah, it would.
Plenty of time to complete her education. At least we're fairly convinced of that.
Yes, I see. Well then, I wish you the best of luck. And as he stands up, he gives you a curt bow. He says, "I apologize, but I have other business to attend to. Please, enjoy the remainder of your leisure, and hopefully, somebody will be able to attend to you further. But I must be off."
Farewell.
As he
Orb goes back to sipping his tea.
as he once more gives you a curt nod of acknowledgement, he then walks away and down a hallway out of view. So, what would the rest of you like to do with your time?
Or,
Probably check out my rooms and whatnot.
could
Squab's
I go
going to-
find the library with Melina?
Millennia.
Oh yeah, I
Millennia,
forgot
Millennia,
about
Millennial.
the library
Millennial.
stuff. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that whole library thing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Fine, I'll join them.
Okay.
Squarb is going to go ahead and do his utmost to stay where he was asked to wait and, do the diplomat thing. So he's
Yep,
going to
I
wait
trust
and
you
kind
with
of-
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scorb,
You got this,
don't
Scorb,
follow
good job.
us.
Amazing. Hey, you got that, Scorp. You be the diplomat. You are born to be. And then everybody bounces.
Wait, is Scorb going to meet my parents?
Yes,
Mm.
that's the goal.
Oh wait, I'm joining then. Forget the library. I'm coming.
So,
yeah,
so,
no, Squarb is sitting here and meditating until it's time to meet with the king and
so,
queen.
so you guys splitting the party again?
Violet,
Yeah,
are we
I'm
split it
very
apart?
Listen,
Joining
hey,
relatively
this is the
close.
perfect opportunity while the king and queen are distracted, and I would assume many of the guard.
That's fair point.
And
Fair.
also, what they do away from Squarb doesn't know about.
Yep.
I'm just
Yep.
asking.
Yeah,
So-
so I'll definitely be joining Scorb.
Okay, so you guys, so Scorb and Visper will be staying behind in the courtyard, in the courtyard gazebo, while Violet and Millennia are going out to look for the library.
We're quote
Have
unquote
fun.
exploring.
Yeah.
Have fun. It'll be a while till y'all find it.
Okay, I think right there, because we're already clocking 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna do a spot check. Do you guys feel comfortable to go for like another 30 minutes, or do you guys want to call it here?
I can
I
keep
think-
going.
Same.
I'm good either way.
Yeah,
say
I'm
I-
good. I can keep going.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I wanted to be sure. I've been keeping it under 3 hours because that was tiring for a lot of people. So
Yeah.
so if y'all want to push another 30 minutes, we can totally do it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Same.
All right, cool. So let me go ahead and we'll split the party right down the middle.
We do this so often,
Hey.
and nothing bad has happened so far.
Nothing bad ever happens
We only
to
really
us.
split the party in safe areas too.
It's
Like, when
true.
we got
You guys
monsters
Yeah.
haven't
around,
you
we
guys
work
haven't
together.
found a reason to go into a really bad spot except for like that one time in the early adventures where you guys went down the
Yeah, when we got
cave.
split in that cave.
Yeah, like that was it. That was the only bad time, but you guys still convened together. Because it was either you stay here, watch a sandstorm, or you find your friends. Like there really
Dude, our
wasn't.
party unity is really cool though. Like, I really like that.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Violet, Millennia, you two begin to explore. Go ahead and roll me. I'm gonna say, what is a good roll for this? I'm gonna say roll an investigation.
Oh,
Each of
good.
us?
Yeah, both of you. You can either roll separately, or one of you can roll with advantage, whichever one you prefer.
What's your investigation?
+3.
Mine's +1. I'll just give you advantage.
All right. So with the help action, you'll get advantage on that.
Maybe
Oh,
you
no.
shouldn't have done that. That is a 10. You forgot. I'm not having a good day on the dice.
Today
did
is not.
forget.
Today is just
Inspiration if you
not
want. We still have
Mafia's
5 of them.
Yeah, Mafia is just having a bad day, man. So you two kind of like wander around aimlessly. You see a couple of the sprites because I mixed them up. You see a couple of the sprites kind of like flutter about, and they just kind of like hover as they kind of like you know that scene in shows and movies where people just like slowly watch as you pass by. You know.
Yeah.
That same motion they do that, but they're like tiny creatures, so they're like they're definitely like 1/4 your size, and they're just like watching you as you guys kind of wander the halls before they flitter
Hello.
away. You see a couple of these mushroom men kind of like romping about, carrying various trays and or like they seem to just be like going from place to place like normal people would. You see a few more owlins, although they're not nearly as tall as the one that you met. They are equally well dressed. They just don't have any special flowers on them like that one owlin that you met earlier.
I see.
But they kind of look over at you and they give you a curt nod of acknowledgement before they continue their conversations. If you would like, what are your guys' passive perceptions?
Mine is 14.
14 and
12.
12. Okay, I would say that Millennia, you would hear as you kind of like walk around and you kind of like hear the people as you pass them by. They sort of they're not talking badly about you, they're just more curious about you. They're just like, who are these new people? Are they the people we were expecting? Yada yada, things of that nature. You know, like it seems that word had reached the entirety of the court that people from the who were not part of the Feywild were supposed to arrive here at the Court of Spring.
I see. And there's no clue as to if that's us or another group.
As far as you can tell, they just, like I said, it's very much like hushed gossip. You know what I mean?
I see.
You just happen to be close enough, and your perception happened to be high enough where you can hear that passively. But as you guys kind of wander, yes,
Can I approach I don't know, an owlin or some other like semi high ranking person? I'm unsure exactly what to look for and ask. Do you know where the Royal Library is? Could you point me in that direction?
yeah, certainly. You approach one of the owlins that you had passed by, and you ask if they can direct you to the library, of which they all look at you, and then they tilt their heads curiously before they all look at each other to kind of like see if it was okay with one another. And then one owl, and she goes, just further down this hall, and then you will see a large wooden door. But you will need to answer the questions in order to enter the Royal Library.
Cool. Are the questions like personalized, or are they like,
Uh,
can we prepare for them ahead of time? Thing.
you can certainly prepare for them. It's just they may be a little difficult for outsiders to answer.
I see.
So it's like a password kind of thing.
Very much so. Yes.
Okay.
Was there anything
Okay.
else?
It's just a shame. I was really hoping to donate something from the material plane into the library.
That would be wonderful, but that would have to go through the archivists before we can accept any donations, sadly.
I see. Do you know where they are?
They are locked away in the library.
Oh. Hmm.
Hmm. Well, thank you very much. We'll see what we can do.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
As you two walk away, the three owlins, they kind of giggle gleefully, like to them. It almost seems like they're starstruck in a sense.
I
Like, oh my
see.
god, I spoke to an outsider. Um,
Cool. So let's go to that library door.
Yeah, let's hope this doesn't go bad.
okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Be okay. We always land on our feet somehow.
Nothing ever goes wrong
What could possibly go wrong?
in
I look
Always
at
high
Dungeons
risk,
and
high
Persian
and
reward.
Dragons.
not like half a day earlier she lost her lizard. I just stare at her.
It's always high risk, high reward.
Not even 3 hours ago, you lost your familiar. um, as you continue to go down the hallway that they directed, you inevitably come across this large, ornate wooden door. And you see that this wooden door has various carvings along the frame of the door.
Oh.
Do either of you speak Elvish or Sylvan?
No.
No. I speak Goblin if that's like speaking if that's like speaking Spanish to French, and like maybe I can figure out a word.
Yes. Habla español. Yeah. I love the idea that Goblin is just Spanish. I love that that's like a universal thing that people will just agree on. Which I'm okay with. I just think it's funny. Okay. Since neither of you can speak the language, you don't understand what the etching is. But
Right.
I'll allow Violet to roll an Arcana check.
15.
Hey, there you go. That's a solid roll. Clearly these etchings are of magical significance, and I would say with a 15 Arcana, you could at least decipher that this has something to do with the locking mechanism for the door itself.
I
Hmm.
will knock on the door.
Okay, as you knock on the door, you don't get a response, but you do note that some of the runes start to glow. Like some of the etchings along the frame start to glow.
Hmm.
Did it have any significance with how I knocked on the door?
Roll an insight check.
Or where? Insight. 15.
Solid roll. It doesn't appear to be of any, as far as you can tell. Knocking on the door did trigger the runes, but it doesn't seem to have done anything of significance. You may knock in a certain way if you wanted to try to experiment with it, if you wish.
Sure. I'm unsure of. So wait, are they still glowing or did they like glow up and
They
then
faded as soon as you
fade?
finished knocking.
Okay. Can I do some sort of rhythm?
Sure. Is there a particular sort of like you could just go like you could just do like a stanza if you want to tell me how the rhythm is.
Hmm.
So you can do like 1 2 1 2, and then like that would be like a beat. Or you can do the standard do 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 do, and then just wait for see what happens. Because everybody seems to know that one. It's a universal thing, so I just assumed that was going to be one of them. But yeah, you can just like is there like a frequency that you want to knock at or something?
I don't know. I'll do it to the rhythm of like sort of generic lullaby kind of idea. I don't know. Like
Like
what's
a
something that might be culturally significant? Like how about the lullaby the princess had as a child? I don't know. So generic lullaby.
Okay. I'm gonna play to the tune of Rockabye Baby. I'm
Okay,
gonna pretend you're knocking to the tune of Rockabye Baby, so it's do do do
great.
do, that sort of thing. Do 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 do. Actually, I forgot the tune to Rockabye Baby. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I was like, hold on a second. Like, I can't do it without the lyrics. That's pretty sad. Like, that's messed up, man. I couldn't do it without the lyrics. Yeah. So you kind of knock. It seems that the same runes start to light up, but it doesn't seem to change which like it doesn't seem to change, like no more other runes light up after you knock.
Okay.
So I will take that 15 insight, and I will say that based on just that one test, you can infer that the knocking frequency doesn't have a significant difference.
Maybe it's force.
Are there like any cracks on the door? Like is it like a door that is like flush with the wall and stuff, or is it like a
It
normal door that
it
has
it
like space
seems to
underneath?
be a door that is it seems to be a door that is like you said, sort of like flushed with the frame. Like it seems to be one solid piece, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Wait, we have to
And
answer a question. So
there are no like cracks or holes in throughout any of the walls around or on the door itself at all.
Uh, roll an investigation check.
Fuck.
Oh no.
So yeah, no, never mind. I
Yeah,
can't actually
I
see
will
anything. It's
say
in
that
that
it's just
one.
really hard to see any sort of cracks or sort of like any sort of like what's it called, indentations or like that, because it like I said, it seems to be very similar to the door that I'll give this one to you. It seems to be very similar to the door that lets you into the castle proper. It seems to be kind of like that, where it's a living door sort of deal.
Do you speak?
As far as you can tell, it doesn't have a face of any kind, and it doesn't seem to have anything more than just the runes as your only sort of clue.
Uh,
I mean,
I don't know if we can get through this door. I think our plan has failed.
oh no.
I mean, we got Jabberwocky skills and teeth. Like, We're still probably gonna get paid for that.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Does so hitting, no matter the power or the frequency of hitting, it didn't change anything with which runes lit up, right?
Correct. The
We haven't
same
tried
runes lit up.
power.
Have we tried power?
What do you mean power?
Like
Define
if
power.
I'm hitting it softly or like hitting
Oh,
it
I see.
with a
So,
ram?
like the difference between a knock and a police raid.
Yes,
You most certainly can give it a shot.
I will do police
You
raid
want
knock.
to do that?
Sure, what are you trying to do to open the door, Millennia? Like, explain to me your police raid action.
So, like, I just want to do like a very sudden, like, violent knock on it.
So like the side of your fist, just like going full
Yeah.
arm into it.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, as you do so, you just create this loud cacophony. It's like as much as flesh to wood can make, anyways.
Right.
And you notice that the runes light up again, but again, it's the same runes that are lighting up.
Well, shit.
It's organic wood, right?
As far as you can tell, it seems to be similar to the door that opened up when you entered the castle proper. Yes.
Okay, so if I just want to know if I use infestation against this, uh, what happens? Can they like
Oh my god.
bite away at it like termites, like eat it?
You most certainly can give it a shot. I will say at this point, though, I need both of you to either. Are you trying to attempt to do this stealthily? Is the next question I should be asking.
At
We
first,
just
but there's a
caused-
certain point where
There's a certain point where stealth was out the window, right? Like prior to Millennia trying to break through the door. Like, were you guys trying to be stealthy at all? I forgot to ask this, so this is definitely on me, so I apologize in advance.
I mean, obviously mine wasn't.
Right. Yours was the hammer when you probably needed a syringe. Or a scalpel, I mean. But yeah, if you guys were still trying to maintain a stealthy approach to this, I would ask you guys to roll a stealth check. If you guys are no longer going into the stealthily, then I will still say roll a perception check regardless, just to sort of see if you've attracted any unwanted attention.
Okay. Yeah.
never mind, I can't roll actually at all.
That's not much better. I got an 8.
Okay, as far as you two are
6.
concerned, you guys are in the clear.
Alright.
Nothing.
No problems.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. As the two most suspicious people in the castle.
This is going to end up in us in
Squarb
prison.
looks up from his meditation and he's just like, something's going on.
This is weird.
Something's happening.
They've been gone for too long. Continues to sip
Something
tea.
just happened.
Oh my goodness. So, would you like to try the infestation trick?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
So you summon your swarm of insects, and they begin to try to gnaw at the wood. The runes that reacted to knocking glow very faintly. But you'll also notice that as your infestation continues to gnaw at the wood, it doesn't seem to be going down. In fact, it seems to be getting thicker.
Interesting.
Maybe,
It's the same runes, even though it's magic rather than.
Yes.
Interesting. Does it react at all to minor illusion or prestidigitation? Just sort of like miscellaneous effects that I'm sort of just like putting at the wall.
Give me an example, and then tell me how you use minor illusion or how you use prestidigitation to
So
affect the wall or to affect the door in some way.
prestidigitation is easier with just like sort of like doing each of its little effects, like showering it with
Like
sparks,
the confetti or sparks or
trying to
something.
trying to like, uh, do you light on fire? Uh, if I clean or dirty you, does that do anything?
Okay.
If you're warm,
If you're warm, can I chill you? Can I do the reverse?
yeah.
Okay.
Sort of just like going through the effects
Just
of
all the
precipitation.
effects of
Does
precipitation.
any of this?
I'm gonna
does
use
any of this?
gonna use all 3 effects, and then I'm gonna rotate the effects every time until something works. Yeah, there's like what 8 effects that precipitation can do, like 5, 8 effects, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. So you
This
rotate.
is me when in Skyrim I didn't understand the door puzzle and I just went through every single combination of like 3 things until I got it.
Day 1 trial trying to figure out the Skyrim door puzzles. Amazing. So you kind of go through all the effects of precipitation. You try to change its color. None of the runes activate. You shoot sparks at it or like whatever the equivalent of confetti is, and no effects happen. You heat it up, you cool it, and nothing affects the runes. One of the effects I do recall is that it allows you to produce a sound, I think, or like a smell.
Yes.
Was it a smell or a sound? I can't remember.
Technically it can be either or.
Okay, so either or.
Instantaneous harmless sensory effect.
All right, cool. So it produces a sound, and then that's when the runes light up.
Okay, sound, and I can do that with minor illusion. If I'm minor illusioning a sound that's just continuously going, does that do something?
The runes light up. It's the same runes that light up as if you were knocking on the door. But it appears that no additional runes will light up beyond that.
Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna keep a minor illusion sound going so that those runes are just continuously lit up.
Can I get an idea of what the sound is?
Wind howling.
Fair enough.
So if the sound is going and then I knock, does anything happen?
No, it doesn't change anything with the runes.
Hmm.
It seems that sound is the key factor for these specific runes. And I believe
So
my
sound
stream is crashing.
Oh no.
It's being a little bit fuzzy, but
This is why we record and why we're an audio podcast.
we don't need visuals.
I don't need visuals. The visuals are for you guys, not for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to. They said that we had to answer a
sound.
question, right?
Yes, if you recall that they did mention that you may have to answer some questions to the door.
They probably assumed
Open
we knew how to read.
We do. Yeah, we don't know how to read. This is probably something that reading is probably important.
This is a very good time to remind our viewers, hey guys, read books.
I mean, Millennia has a bad romance novel in her backpack.
Yeah, Squarb is trying to learn another language, but it's not going all that great because he already has like 4 others in his head.
Violet can't read. No,
Oh,
Scorp
that's
has
not true.
Scorp has like a thesaurus. It's like a
Yeah.
pocket dictionary of like Fey linguistics.
Yeah, no, because the closest he's got to it is Goblin. He also speaks Celestial, Draconic, and Common. So he's just like, I know some things, I just can't figure out any of these ones.
It's like, how am I supposed to say this word? I have a beak. What do you mean, purse my lips?
Right? Not everyone has lips, asshole.
I assume like cutting into the wood does nothing with like a dagger.
I mean, no, that probably sounded an alarm.
Well, judging from the insects, it'll just get thicker.
Hmm.
Like reverse cut.
Hmm.
Sound.
Is there a door handle?
There I'm just gonna give that one to you. No, there is no door handle.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Is it
make you roll for that. That one should have been the first thing you checked.
Is it a pull door or a push door? We're
So-
just staring at this door. We're like, how do
Millennium
we open it?
plants.
It's a pull door.
Millennia plants her foot against the door and just kind of pushes.
With the pressure that you apply, you don't notice any significant difference, but you would know that amount that what you did when you just pushed against the door, that did activate the runes, but they were already active because you still have minor illusion wind blowing in effects.
I see.
So there are runes that are not lighting up still.
Correct. So this entire archway, or like the entire frame of the door, has elvish writing along the entirety of it, and you guys
Mhm.
have been able to figure out the final portion of it.
Oh. Hmm.
Is there anyone like walking down the hallway?
Your passive perceptions are 12 and 14 respectively.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys drew a crowd.
Can anyone read for us? I can pay you in gold. I don't know
Just
how
wanna
valuable that
donate
is
a
here.
book.
You see like a small like swarm of sprites just kind of like in the background. They're kind of just like they have their arms crossed. Like, mind you, these are things like that are no bigger than like the size of a smartphone. And they have like their arms crossed and they're just kind of like watching you like suspiciously. And then like you see like a couple of like pixies and they're just kind of like hiding in a nearby garden, just kind of like trying to figure out what you guys are doing. You have a couple of mushroom people who don't have mouths, but you can tell that they're observing your actions, and you see a couple of owlins, and they're like, we're not allowed to read it out to you. That's part of the test.
But we
Can you
it's not
write
very
it
outsider
down?
friendly.
Can you
Like-
can you not read it?
No.
No.
I see.
We're from the plane. We're from material plane. We don't really have Sylvan as a standard language.
Oh, that's very sad.
Not a trade language.
If perhaps we can get one of the apprentice archivists to help you.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a start.
The
This is devolving.
okay. And then the owlins just kind of like scurry away. Meanwhile, the rest of the fey creatures that are watching you just staring.
Are you expecting a show?
Some of the pixies kind of like pretend to busy themselves with the flowers in the garden. And then like the couple of the mushroom people, they just like reach their hand out for you. But it looks like a bald fist, but they like reach their hand out for you.
I take their hand. Very
you-
confused.
All you hear is a, and then they just
Uh.
drop something in your hand.
I look in my hand.
It is a cookie.
Thank you.
And then then that one just kind of like stomps away.
I nibble on the cookie while I wait. We went into this with no plan.
You guys went into this half-cocked for sure, and I'm having enjoyment every minute. I'm like, you guys are solving something. I don't know what you're solving, but you're solving something. Like
I
you,
like to imagine both of us were just like looking at the door, and then we finally looked up.
Yeah.
And there's just like people around us, and we're like,
Oh.
"Hi."
I mean, it
Huh.
started with a loud banging, and then you
Yeah.
guys weren't paying attention. So I'm just like, we can keep experimenting forever they want. I've been rolling for this shit, so this is funny. Yeah. I will say it's at this point, Scorb, Visper, as you guys are still in the gazebo, kind of waiting
Oh.
patiently.
Visper left.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
I didn't even notice. Good to note.
Yeah, no, she left about 7 minutes ago.
Oh, well. Good on us.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be important for the next thing with me. So
Yeah. So that was kind of where I was going to go with it. So why don't we stop here for now? Make sure you write down your notes that you figured out at least a part of the puzzle.
Sound.
So that way you guys don't forget. And then next week, we will continue this phenomenal puzzle solving adventure. Math blasters.
indeed. Thanks so much
Uh,
for the game today. I appreciate y'all, hanging out with me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm still so impressed by how much raw damage you guys output.
Right? No, I'm definitely adding Slayer of Jabberwocks to my list of titles.
Yeah, just for context, I'm going to give this information to you guys. Just for context, the Jabberwocky is a legendary creature, right?
Right.
You guys are 6th level. I fought the Jabberwocky 2 weeks ago as a player, and we're 9th level characters, and
See.
we had trouble with the Jabberwocky.
Oh.
I mean, let's be real though. Our party cohesion is pretty much 100%. We work very well together, I've noticed, especially in tactical situations. I
will give you that.
You saw how we were when we were playing through Divinity. We were just tearing through everything, even stuff that we were under-leveled for.
Yes, I do recall that. So just to point out, the Jabberwocky has 115 hit points.
Oh, shit. Melly did half of that in her round, and then Squarb just did a huge chunk of that in his last one, too.
Correct.
Stay safe, Mafia. Thank you so much for playing with us today.
Have a good night, Mafia. Yeah, but that was that is a CR 13 monster. Which means,
to be fair, you also gave us a bunch of really, really cool items. So
fair. I was just like, see, the thing is that this was I was mostly gambling on the fact that you guys weren't going to make charisma saving throws so well, which is why I was really hoping that Cherry was going to be here. Oh, I should probably stop stream, and then we can talk about this later. I'm gonna call it here for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us next week as we're going to continue going into the mystical, wonderful Fey kingdom of the Court of Spring. You can't see me, but I'm waving my arms around like a weird noodly monster. Ooze. 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 All right, I love you guys. Bye.
night, everybody.
Bye.